Hey, welcome to the KOA podcast, everyone. Hope you've all had an amazing week. We didn't get to do Monday because we had a crackhead outbreak on the podcast, and we had to put someone down. Crazy,
Yeah,
dude. Right?
he's talking about me.
John.
He's talking about me. I'm the crackhead because I foolishly got addicted to watching my Bucks play, forgetting that they're not a good team.
I was gonna say that, dude. My condolences. It's funny how both of our teams were on Monday night. I totally forgot the Cardinals were even playing. Our team was boring as hell, but your game was just like I saw the score and was like, oh,
It's a
I'm not
slow
gonna say
slaughter.
anything.
It was god awful.
I believe KOA right now is going head to head with the town hall with Kamala Harris, and I just want to say, we're better.
Didn't they bring out Eminem like recently? I don't think we can do that.
That was from
I think-
that was from Obama's rally.
Okay. I thought I heard something about.
Wasn't Tim
Eminem.
Walls there though? Or was he not there?
I think it was like one of those like surrogate kind of like he's touring in support of Harris. But
yeah, I know she wasn't there, but I think Tim Walls was.
Yeah. Well, hey, Tim Walls.
Hello, Ellie.
Cause I think that's the same. What's good, Ellie? I think that's the same one where he called Elon Musk a dipshit, or he said it was like, yeah,
he is a dipshit. But I loved it. I loved it when Obama rapped. That was pretty awesome.
This is me rapping. And I'm gonna tell you first and foremost. I like to get down.
That's kind of what he sounded like. He did it in the Obama cadence. It was pretty fun.
appreciate it, Trayvon.
Yeah,
I got this from Walmart.
Oh, I didn't even notice the Scarface shirt. That's lovely. I just have my cactus dodgeball.
I saw a corn shirt there too. I'm gonna start shopping at Walmart now. Since I feel like I'm a Walmart shopper age now.
That's probably gonna happen for like 2 weeks, and then you're gonna show up in the third week, and you're gonna be like, "This is like an insane asylum. I'm never coming back."
You gotta know when to go at certain times. You know, Walmart's used to be 24 hours. Now they're not. But you know, you just gotta kind of like go. Okay, I think I'm gonna go like in between weirdo time and
I know when to go.
hour. Yeah, see,
I go like right. It's basically when I start work, so there's nobody there. Like I literally get my stuff. I don't have any traffic to weave through, and then I
Nice.
just go to the self checkout. I'm going at like around 7:30 in the morning on a Monday. Like nobody's there.
Yeah, that's perfect. That is perfect. I think I got me a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle shirt the last time I went there. It was like $5. I said, you know what? I do like me some TMNT. I'm gonna get this.
Yeah, they have some nice graphic tees. Cheap.
Mhm.
I got a good deal on underwear there a couple weeks ago.
Oh, there you go.
I need to buy some underwear. I ripped my underpants.
Oh, SpongeBob. We need
I ripped my pants.
we don't have SpongeBob, so this will do.
You what?
Yeah.
You know.
My leg.
My peanut.
So yeah, if you guys haven't already, leave a like and share this podcast out with your friends, preferably on social media. We're talking about the Biskies. Make some Biskies on Blue Ski. The X's. And if there's 3 X's in it, you can share it there too. I never thought about that one. Reddit, 4chan, 2chan.
Oh God.
Viper's Rule. Am I right, guys?
No, I don't think so.
I don't know what that means.
That's a 2chan reference. The only reason I know that is because I read Molester Man and you guys did it.
I don't think that's something to be proud of.
It is. It's a great manga.
It might be, but I'm gonna just judge you on that. Like
You can't judge. Okay, listen. I've I'm disallowing judging me for reading Molester Man. It's against the law.
Well, I
You can't do
disallow
it.
your disallow.
Nope, you can't do that.
I think we can disallow.
Nope, no disallowing. I've already said it.
It's 2 versus 1.
Yeah.
I
I thought
count
this was
as
democracy.
I count as 69 420 people.
Oh, okay.
Oh, shit.
Whatever you say, buddy.
It is a lot of people.
Yeah.
We also have a Patreon. You can plug it, patreon.com/King of Anime. And we got a blue ski. Make some biskies with us, y'all. It's great over there. Literally, it's actually getting, every week it's getting better and better, that site. It's crazy.
We got something to talk about on Patreon. Trayvon mentioned, did you guys finish Uzumaki? I only watched the first episode when it came out. I don't know about the other guys. I haven't watched the other 3 episodes.
I watched them all.
I can watch it, pretty easy, but I've been seeing stuff around it. I'm not going to say much about it. I want to say that for when we talk about it, but
yeah,
we will talk about Uzumaki.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Can't wait.
Yeah, we definitely will, and I have some thoughts.
Twitch thoughts?
No, just regular EA thoughts. Just
Ooh.
very
Better than Twitch thoughts.
Yeah, I'm just curious to get a bunch of things off my chest when it comes to Uzumaki. So
wait, when's the last time we've had EA thoughts on the podcast?
It's been a while.
I feel like it was 2 weeks ago. Actually, it was something. Maybe it was on Oshino Cole. It was something recent that we watched.
It might have been recent. I can't remember, but this one I'm announcing to the world I have thoughts on on this series for sure.
That means you gotta follow us on Blueski and subscribe to us on Patreon. Also, you can subscribe to us, bitch. Do it. You won't.
We are at 539 subscribers.
Yeah, I bet you won't make it 540. Cowards.
We're also doing really good with watch hours. We're actually really close to 4,000. It's just kind of a shame we don't have the 1,000 sub count, or else we would get that extra monetization, whatnot. But we're on our way there.
Oh, we're gonna get there soon.
We will get there. Heck, we'll probably get there next year.
I think probably early next year is when we'll probably reach 1,000 subs, because we're doing that FMA thing, by the way. If you didn't know, I'm taking. Every week we talk about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I'm cutting it down into nice little plate, little meal for you every week for you to eat. I don't know why I described it like that, but
Me neither.
It's a live show, and I'm tired. So, with that out of the way, we should go ahead and get into the news.
We got something to never give you the blues. Now let's get ready for the KOA.
It's Miracle!
Alright, so I actually have 2 bits of news. First, I'll mention the important one. FMA mangaka is having her series turned into an anime adaptation, or it's in the works right now, and it is called Daemons of the Shadow Realm. I have never seen it. I know she has another series called Silver Spoon, which I also haven't seen, but
that one's good.
Yeah, she's getting another anime series.
You did Silver Spoon?
Yep.
I've seen that. That's actually pretty good.
Yep. It's her series as well.
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty good catalog.
Yep.
The other bit of news I have, I just thought about this. Sneeko has been banned from social media. Has successfully scored a hat trick, as you would call it, three goals in one game, by banning Sneeko from YouTube, Twitch, and Kick. I didn't even know it was possible to get banned from Kick.
Yeah, isn't that where like all the band people go? That doesn't make
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
It's like being banned from.
It's like being banned from hell,
Earth,
for being too evil.
Hell, and then Purgatory. It's like, wait.
Yeah, that's just. I don't know, like if you wanted to be part of like the racist group or something, it's like it's like, oh, I hate every race. Oh, you're part of the KKK. Oh, but I hate the. Oh no, we can't take you. You're even kicked out of that. That's how bad you are. My God.
It's like they're gonna have to treat him like Dragon Ball Z did to Bora. Like when he was just so evil. It's like, wait, we can't even put him in hell because that'll just be good for him. Let's just put him in heaven or something. Just gonna promote Sneeko to some position he doesn't deserve.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna be ambassador of like Discord or something. I don't know.
My God. Yeah, I never knew anything about that dude except this one guy made a video on him, Gokunaro. He's a really good YouTuber, and I saw that video and was like, totally just opened me up to a world that I had no idea existed.
You are better not. You are better off not knowing these guys.
Oh yeah, I just did it for the lulz, but at the same time, I was just like, there's people like that exist. I mean, essentially, all they are is just, I don't know, just weasels, just people that are just trying everything to just get that little bit of clout, whether it be good or bad. It's insane. God, I hope KOA never gets that desperate. Subscribe to us, bitch.
Yeah, or we're all gonna turn into Tim Pool.
Tim Pool, Nico, and that one dude who's a Chad, who's bald, but also
Oh, Andrew Tate.
yeah. That fucking dipshit.
What color is your Bugatti?
I have a little bit of news myself, and it's something that kind of reinforces what I was saying about how just make everything animated. John Wick is getting an anime prequel, and it's a prequel that basically, because if you guys, anybody, have seen the first movie, the reason how John Wick got out of being an assassin was because he performed a task that was found to be impossible. That anime is going to adapt that. And I cannot wait to see it, and it's going to be fantastic. And I'm pretty sure, I mean, they just announced it today. I'm pretty sure we're going to have, Mr. Keanu Reeves voicing John Wick in it. So I'm looking forward to that so much.
Yeah, he's a big anime fan, so makes sense.
It's too bad I already know what the impossible task is.
Getting this channel to 1,000 subscribers?
No. That's possible.
Okay.
That's possible. Like even killing a god is possible.
Oh.
What is impossible is watching every single season of Rent a Girlfriend without cringing once.
Oh, that's impossible.
You know what? That's the impossible task. John Wick's just there going, "Oh God, no, no, this is awful. I can't do this."
Stay strong. Remember your training.
Okay, all right. He just takes one look at the fucking manga and just cocks his gun. Just, I can't do it. I am back, baby.
I think it's funny that there's a John Wick anime when they technically are they already have a manga for John Wick. It's called Kagurabachi.
Oh my god.
That's funny. Yeah. Yeah, essentially the main character is John Wick.
Except for everybody wants to smash John Wick in Kagurabachi.
Yeah, no one wants to smash John Wick. John Wick is like, I don't like sex. I like killing people.
Literally every person that pops up in Kagurabachi, one of the first things they always say is, I want Chihiro. Like some variation of that.
Sex.
Do you like sex?
That's it for the news. No more news.
All
All right, let's go ahead and let's get into. As I hit record. All right, cool. Let's get into Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, episode 3.
AKA science versus religion.
Yeah, this was a really interesting episode. It is a readaptation of I think like a 2 episode arc in the original anime. I can't really remember quite clearly, but this is the Cornello arc.
Yeah, I definitely think this was larger in the original anime because I remember
think it was 2
distinctly.
episodes.
Yeah, I distinctly remember them going into Rose's lover and that being a bigger thing because it's kind of a passing thought with this episode. Like you get the story of Rose and her wanting to bring back her lover, but they don't really go in depth with it. So I do think this was 2 episodes or maybe even longer in the original anime.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like it was a lot longer. And everything looked good. Animation looked great, but everything that got resolved super quick. You know, we got old Cornelio going, I'm just a wonderful priest. I'm great. To I surrender, please don't kill me.
Yeah, oh man, these in the original anime, this is like one of my favorite episodes in the original one. So I was really happy that we got to it already so early in Brotherhood. I love the Cornello character because I think he is just such an asshole. Like he is literally like a con man who has this philosopher's stone, which allows him to essentially make miracles come out of nowhere. And one of his big promises is that, hey, one day I'm going to revive all the dead people that you love. And it's revealed by the end of the episode in a pretty interesting twist that he's actually just this con man who's fooling all of them into essentially brainwashing them and making them mindless soldiers that think they will never die because Cornello will revive them. And that's like such like it's so dastardly and so evil. Like he dies at the end of this episode, of course, and he totally deserves it.
What was it? Envy
Yeah.
that kills him.
No,
Oh.
it was Lust.
Right. All right.
Lust fingered him.
We get introduced to Envy the next episode because I always forget, is Envy a girl or a guy?
There's no gender for any of the homunculus, but
because sometimes I like the voice trips me out and then I just hear like Envy. There he
Envy
goes.
to me is
Oh Jesus.
one of the most
Discord is not agreeing, everyone. I don't know what the hell is happening. Oh no. I think Discord's crashing. Oh, this is horrible. This is horrible, everyone. What is happening?
Wait.
You're watching Discord crash live before you, everyone. This is what the hell is going on? Oh god, Discord is crashing so hard right now. My voice connection quality was like red. Oh, okay. I think everyone's back.
Hello?
Bro,
I couldn't tell if it was me or
is everyone.
The fuck? Oh, maybe it was Discord.
Yeah, it was Discord.
Okay. Wow.
That's never happened before. I've never had a Discord crash like that. That's crazy.
I was like, at first I couldn't hear. Yeah, I was like, what the hell? I was about to make my transmutation circle.
Yeah, before everyone cut out, we were talking about the gender of the homunculus.
Yeah. I don't know if you heard what I said.
I heard not a thing.
Okay, so I was saying that technically they don't have any genders, but obviously we could tell Lust is supposed to be a woman. Envy is the only one we're like, But I said Envy is one of the most successful androgynous characters because nobody can truly tell. Like I don't even think, sometimes I feel like some characters are coded a certain way, like Krona, for example, in Soul Eater. Krona's gender is never revealed to us, but Krona, I feel whenever I see Krona, I feel Krona's a girl. I lean more. I lean more towards that, but with Envy, I truly don't know. Envy has a muscular body, so most people say like Envy kind of has the physique of a man, but
and then just covers up the top part,
but it's like
a woman.
But it's like a sports bra,
Right?
almost, and then Envy's more on the slimmer side. Then you hear the voice,
right?
And then you have,
that's what throws me off. But
guys, we have a special guest in the chat.
What?
We have a celebrity.
What?
We have Dementia Don in the chat. We have President Dementia John Trump.
Oh wait, wrong one.
He showed up after Ellie mentioned Russian bots.
You know what?
President Donald John Trump.
You know what? You know what this means? Remember at the beginning, I said we're better than the town hall meeting with Kamala Harris?
Mm-hmm.
It's still true.
It's still true, by the way. We are. He heard that and he thought this was the town hall meeting.
So
McDonald's.
I heard this was the place to be. Oh wait. Oh, go back to McDonald's? Yeah. I work there.
This is a lovely podcast. I love the best podcast ever. I simply
best podcast. Beautiful people. Just
guys, maybe we can grift him if we tell him he's great. Maybe he'll give us like $1 million.
Dude, I'd take $1 million right now.
No, he's not giving us $1 million. Somebody, what? So I forgot what team it was, but some team won a championship, and his gift to them was McDonald's.
It was some college football team. I can't remember which one it was, though. I do know which one you're talking about. He loves his McDonald's. What can I say? But
dude, that McDonald's is getting review bombed right now.
Oh, I bet. Sorry, Mr. Trump. This isn't the town hall. Yeah. This is, however, the King of Anime podcast, the best anime podcast out there on the interwebs.
Yeah.
Well, we want to go back to episode 3, guys.
Yeah. I'm sorry, President. You need to go make a left, not a right, and you'll make it.
Father Cornello in this episode is selling people hopes and dreams, and roles as one of the devout followers of the Church of Leto that believes in this wholeheartedly, to the point that in this episode she's willing to shoot at Al, and mind you, she aimed for the fucking head, so she was completely serious about killing someone. Of course, she dropped it after she shot. Whether that's due to seeing that Al had no head, or because of her being shocked at what she just did.
Yeah.
I
would think that would shock anybody. You shoot anything and then the head goes flying off. I think I'm dropping everything too. I'm like, oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. I'm sorry.
That one of my favorite things about early Fullmetal Alchemist is that how every episode, Ed and Al always get this immunity because somebody is always not aiming at their vital parts. Because, Al can be messed with, as we saw later. And Ed is especially vulnerable as well. But they always miraculously go after the leg that's made of metal, or the arm that's made of metal, or they do something that with Al that doesn't completely destroy his armor.
Right, exactly. It's like, thank God he didn't electrocute my real arm. That would have been horrible. Yeah, I noticed that too. It's always you're the Fullmetal Alchemist because you got the metal arm and everything. Ooh-doo-doo.
Yeah, they do that a lot. It's kind of like they always reintroduce the idea that uh, of what happened to their bodies and also kind of how they benefit from it.
Isn't this the first time we saw, Alphonse without a body? And I'm not talking about in this series, but I feel like in the original 2003 Full Metal, wasn't it like this? Because I know the very first episode they did it early on, and that was like not part of the manga. But I almost feel like that this was it.
You are right, I believe.
Yeah, because I think that was like the big shock too. And I mean, it doesn't work quite as well because had already seen it. So it's like, ooh, big deal. But I remember the first time you see it and like you see the head fly off and everything, that's pretty shocking. But then all of a sudden, oh, his soul is attached to. I mean, they mentioned it before about how his soul was attached to the armor, but that actually see it was pretty cool too. Just him without a body and just holding his own head and putting it back on the armor and everything.
It's like
Yeah.
Doulahan from Interviews with Monster Girls.
Shout out
Yeah.
to my Dulans. I thought the conversation between Ed and Rose was very interesting, where Ed argues with her about, it's the religion versus science debate. And, Rose is saying, through God, you can change yourself. And Ed isn't trying to hear it because he's an alchemist, so he believes in things being proven by factual science and things of that nature. But what I found interesting about the conversation is that um, or he mentions, uh, what is the story? What is the story? Why am I forgetting it?
Icarus. It's Icarus.
Yes, Icarus. Yeah, he mentions Icarus. He doesn't name drop Icarus, but the man who flew too close to the sun, and he's talking about himself in that because he tries to play God through the human transmutation, something that he knew was forbidden, something that was the cardinal rule for alchemists. But he tries to play God in that. So regardless of the debate he has with the religion, he knew what he was trying to invoke, and that led to Al losing his entire body and him losing his limbs. So I always found that interesting, and I feel like because of that conversation and what we got at the very end of the episode, I never fully understood the purpose of Rose's character, even though I like her. But now I believe that she's supposed to be almost like a parallel to Ed's past self, especially when you get that last shot of her, because it's like
Is that a pun?
it's no.
The
Wait, what?
last shot?
Oh, no, that was a fun. I was like, wait, I was like, where did I go wrong? But yeah, I think it's the same thing because when she loses her faith in Cornello after everything happens, that's also where Ed was, because he was, when Roy talked to him, like what we saw last episode, and he looked despondent. It looked like he lost all hope. And Roy talked to him and told him he had to move on forward. He's basically giving that same speech to Rose in these moments in this episode where she's fallen down. She's lost faith in everything that she believed up until now. She doesn't know where to go. And Ed tells her she has to move on. She has to walk. And he, remarks that she has two good legs and she can still go.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, she was so far gone this episode. She heard all of Cornelio's lies literally, as the Elric brothers were saying, "You did this." And he's like, "Yeah, I lied. But you know what, Rose? Shoot these motherfuckers in the face." And she was like, "I don't know if yeah, do it. I'll bring your husband back. Don't worry. Even though I literally just told you that it was all bullshit. Just do it anyway." And she went ahead and did it. I felt bad.
Yeah. Yeah. it's pretty sad.
Yeah, I think the Rose character just really illustrates, I think as well, the inner strength a lot of people think they don't have but do, because Rose is just so caught up in the trauma of what she's went through that she can't move on. But she's so caught up in that she doesn't realize that there's a life she has to live. And I thought that was just a simple, beautiful message about life. Just things change. You can't stay in the past.
Yep. You gotta
To
pick yourself up.
to add on to the parallel I was talking about, and why I think it is a parallel to Ed, and I guess you could say Al as well. She also had a loved one she wanted to bring back from the dead, and of course she's not an alchemist, but the power in which she believes in is religion, and in Father Cornello and the Church of Leto. So she believes that he can make it possible because he's selling her dreams and whatnot. So the same way that Ed and Al tried to use human transmutation to bring their loved one back, she tried to use Lord Cornello, and it just fell through, and it left them both empty at the very end of it. And it forced them to decide what path they're going to take. Were they going to stay complacent, or were they going to move on? And that's what Rose is faced with now. And we'll see where that leads her to go. Now, I don't think she's going to become an alchemist or anything like that, but she may try to, who knows? Maybe she tries to start her own religion, and maybe I don't know, coils what's going down.
The Church
Rose's
of
Rebellion.
Rosentology.
Rosentology, where we sprinkle roses on all of our fucking problems.
Got bills to pay? Yeah. You got bills to pay? Sprinkle some roses.
Beautiful. It solves every problem.
Have a drug problem? Snort some roses.
Oh man,
Want
that rose went to my brain.
Want to try some new alcohol? Try rose alcohol.
Rosé.
Yeah. There you go.
Also, we had the phony Philosopher's Stone, which that was kind of sad. It just broke off, crumpled into dust after he used all the juice.
Fucking, I mean, it's them. It's them. You know what that is? It's like when you go on Amazon. It's like when you go on Amazon and you're looking for like Halloween stuff.
Oh.
And it's like it's like these objects that I can't only. I'm sure you guys have seen it recently. All of that, the really cheap Halloween decorations that look like dicks.
What?
Well, I know.
You guys,
I didn't think we were going. I didn't think we were going this direction.
Well, it's like
I thought you were gonna. You were gonna talk about how
it's like you see the price tag, and you realize it's just fucking dicks.
Like, okay, for some reason I thought you were going to point out the fact that they have these costumes, they have these names of costumes, and you know exactly, for example, let's just say Woody from Toy Story, but it's called like cowboy dressed up. I don't know, it's got like a little brief description. It's like, it's obvious it's fucking Woody from Toy Story. I thought you were going to talk about that, not about things literally being dicks.
No, it's a thing. It's a thing. I don't know why it's a thing.
You're going to have to show me.
Oh, I got a Philosopher's Stone from eBay. Instead, they gave me a dildo.
That's literally it. Like, it's crazy.
Right. Philosopher's... What the fuck? What is this?
What the hell?
This is at least 12 feet too long.
But yeah. Where were we at?
No, I think that's pretty much episode 3 because
yeah,
epic
fight.
We didn't really talk about Cornello, but I think he was just a vehicle for things to move along. I don't really think he's that interesting.
He's a cult leader.
I mean,
That's all it
yeah,
is.
yeah. I mean, I think there's commentary to be had about someone who has this power in his position and they abuse it in that authority. But other than that, I think he's more of just like what's important about him is what he represents rather than who he is. And yeah, he's a scumbag.
I did
And
find it hilarious how they tricked him though into like saying all that stuff, and they
oh
turned
yeah,
on the microphone, and everybody fucking heard him.
Yeah,
yeah,
I
you,
was
you
like,
can see Al setting it up too.
Yep,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
great.
When I was watching that again, I totally forgot that that's where it was leading to, and I was like, why is he just like espousing his entire plan? Why?
That's
What's the point?
that's the folly of all villains. They monologue instead of they have the hero right where they want him. All they got to do is pull the fucking trigger and they're dead. But instead, they start monologuing and talk about
Just
this
give me the
secret
gun.
plan.
I'll
and
shoot him.
Dad, just give me the gun. He's right there. Let me shoot him. Scotty, don't. This is not. Daddy does business. Let me show you. Oh my
God,
god.
those movies are great.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Yeah, I think that's it.
Yep.
Let's go ahead and let's talk about Fullmetal Alchemist Brotherhood, Episode 4.
The episode.
This is
Yep.
the one. This was also, I think, 2 episodes in the original, if I'm correct, right?
I think
Absolutely, absolutely. It was definitely more than one.
I can't remember, but okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
this
I can't
one,
remember.
though, I will say, I think my memory of these episodes comes from the original. So I in my head, I feel like there's much more time for these arcs to breathe. I think for episodes 3 and 4, I went away from me kind of going, I think these were done better than in the original, just because the pacing is so fast for these episodes.
They definitely yeah. This is one of the episodes or one of the arcs you could say that people always point to the original doing better, which I understand why. They give you more time with Nina and Alexander and the relationship that they have with Ed and Al. And it just made that moment with Shao Tucker, the moment
Yeah,
hit a lot harder because you're more emotionally invested in these characters. Whereas
I think so
this
too.
episode, I feel, and it's I think one of the flaws of Brotherhood, it kind of hinges on your knowledge or hinges on the viewer already having seen the original Fullmetal Alchemist. Not to the point to where you can't watch it as its own thing and understand what's going on, but some of the emotional investment and emotional connection you get from Brotherhood actually comes from the original series. It's like we care about Nina and Alexander more so because of what happens in the original than what happens in Brotherhood. You can still care about them just watching Brotherhood. It's just that I don't think you would care about them as much as someone who watched the original, because in original, you basically get like a whole episode for them.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, so yeah, this is the world famous episode. This is the one. This is when Shao Tucker turns his baby girl into a homunculus.
a chimera.
Or yeah, a chimera, not a homunculus. God damn it!
If he was able to make one of those, they probably would have let him go.
Right.
They're probably like, damn. Okay.
You need to renew your license? Fuck that shit. You're hired.
That's
Yeah.
funny to think about though. Like if his results were a little better, they'd probably be like, well shit. I mean he killed his daughter, but I mean like no one else can do this shit.
We need to sign him up. But he's a fucking psycho and he's absolutely insane. I know he's a little eccentric, but come
You just
on.
see him in the corner.
Just he's special. Let's get him his own room. He's not interacting with any of the people. He's just working, making homunculus.
They don't like the interns around him because they all disappear.
Oh my god.
They get turned into those things.
They all start coming
Would
to
you
work
like
as,
some
like,
overtime?
Oh yeah, dude, I'm ready for some overtime. What the? Does this rag smell like chloroform? Oh, I don't know it.
they wake up and they're like, why do I feel like a dog?
This
Oh,
is
wait.
not my same body.
Big brother.
Oh, that was so heartbreaking. Like,
It was.
definitely going back to the first time I ever saw it, which was in the original. That part, I like. It came out of nowhere. Like, to be honest, I mean, yeah, sure, maybe there was hints of it, but I think the way that they did it was so well done because they were talking through kind of like what was going on, and then when you finally put the pieces together, you put two and two together, it's almost like you realized it at the same time that Ed and Alphonse did, where they were like, "What? You did what?" And it was just, oh yeah, I remember just hearing the Chimera talks. Edward, you said we'd always play Big Brother. I was like, oh my god, this guy's a piece of shit. He needs to die. Luckily, he did. But in the original, he didn't die. So that's different.
Yeah. They took his character in a weird direction in
They
the
turned
original.
his head upside down and put it on a fucking, I don't know what that creature was, but he was like this. He's like, "Welcome to my lab."
Yeah.
I got an upside down head.
They did something completely different with Tucker, but just for this, I don't know how you guys feel about it, but whenever Tucker is talked about in this community and even outside of Fullmetal Alchemist, whenever you're just talking about him, Tucker as like a father or whatever else it may be, Tucker is always touted as like this pure evil guy, which he's evil for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I don't think you can do what you did to your own daughter and your wife and not be labeled evil. But what I'm trying to speak towards is his intent, because that is something I feel is up in the air when it comes to why he did it. Obviously, his goal was to retain his state alchemist his state alchemist ship. But the reasons why he went about it this way, I feel is up in the air, because he talks about how he was poor before then. So that could be a reason. Maybe he didn't want to become poor again. But then you think, like, dude, you're still brilliant in other areas. You don't have to necessarily be a state alchemist for you to be able to eat or anything like that. And for me, my reason or my rationale for what he did, why he did what he did, is I feel that he felt inadequate. When he talks about Ed and Al, there's a moment in the episode, I don't know his exact wording, but he said something like, "Oh, Ed and Al, the prodigies." And the way I saw it is he's looking at Ed and Al, well, mostly Al, because he's the state alchemist. He's looking at someone who became a state alchemist at like age 12. And he's like, "Yo, this man is already provided. He's achieved what I tried to achieve in my damn 30s or 40s, however old he is." And I think he felt inadequate with someone who is as brilliant as Ed is, seemingly, effortlessly. It's like, it just comes to him. He's a prodigy. So I feel like Ed and Al's presence ironically accelerated what he ended up doing. Now I still think he probably would have did what he did anyway, since the assessment was coming. But yeah, I feel like he wanted to do something that was on par with Ed and Al, and he decides to do the human or do the chimera transmutation again and make them talk because he felt small in comparison to Ed and Al.
Yeah, it's an interesting way to look at it for sure. I could definitely see that it's comes from like inadequacy. Takes a look at the Elric brothers and is just blown away by it. And he even said when Edward was like, "What did you do?" He said, not only did he want his like license back, he wanted to really wow the committee, and what better way to wow them than with something like this? And to his credit, it worked. It fucking talked.
Yeah.
It actually said more words than "I want to die" like the other one, but still, it's so evil in every sense of the word. Like, how could you do that to your own daughter? Is just, well, wife and daughter, I guess. But yeah, I'm happy he ended up where he did in Brotherhood.
Yeah. It's also a good introduction for Scar, too.
Oh, it is a great introduction.
Ooh. Very first thing we see in this episode, we see this badass high-ranking officer just kind of like go all out against Scar, and then Scar just goes, "Here's my hand." Boom. Exploding face.
Talk to the hand.
The live action version, Scar is Arnold. Confirmed.
You want to smoke a stogie with me? Sykes, I'm going to kill you with my stogie.
He always has to do puns in his movies, so Scar would just be like you said, "Talk to the hand till you need to take a chill pill."
I'm not touching you.
"I'm not touching you. Put the cookie down, or I will put you down."
Oh,
yeah.
How do you guys feel about what Tucker was saying with to Ed, where he said he was just like him in that they both decided to, basically play God and mess with lives? How do you guys feel about that?
First of all, anybody that ever says, "We are not so different, you and I, we are the same," I always call that person out and say, "No, we're not." But at the same time, there are some things that I would say are similar, which is, yes, they both played God. Ed tried to bring his mom back. Shao Tucker took his family and turned them into these chimera. That's really only where the similarities kind of stop, to be honest, because everything else, I don't think Ed would. Well, now as I'm saying it, he did kind of sacrifice his brother in order to have that happen. So now that I'm saying it, maybe they're more similar than I think.
Yeah, I mean, I think the crux of what Shao Tucker was getting at is that the Elric brothers tried to play God in the sense that they tried to bring a human back to life. Which is defying the laws of nature, which is God, pretty much.
The one rule you can't break in alchemy, and they broke it.
And they knew it. They knew of it too.
Mm-hmm.
And Shao Tucker, he tried to play God by creating life forms and to create the perfect chimera or whatever it was. So, yeah, and I think from like a general view, you would kind of listen to that and you would kind of go, I don't know how similar, but I think in terms of just at the crux, at a the most simplistic viewpoint of it, yeah, they are the same in that, but I think that's where the similarities stop, just like EA said. But I do think it is something that Ed and Al, I think, kind of needed to hear. It was very traumatizing for them to hear it, but we don't have all of the stuff from Brotherhood, or the original in Brotherhood. So we kind of needed that in the series, and I think this was a really good way to show. To me, 3 and 4 are kind of like companion pieces. They kind of build off one another really well, because episode 3 is, creating God through science, and episode 4 is continuing on with that kind of theme.
Mm-hmm.
And I think episode 4 kind of completes it and fully realizes it. And I think it's a good the conclusion to this is them kind of realizing what they've done is wrong, and it kind of, that gravity, that realization that they are humans and they can't, they have to go through something like this. They have to, I don't know. It's really complicated to try and describe it. I don't know if I'm making any sense, but
I feel like what Roy says later in the episode kind of perfectly encapsulates how we're supposed to view Shao Tucker, because Riza calls it like the devil's work, what he did to his daughter, and we all see it as deplorable. But when we look at his actions in a objective view, and we look at State Alchemist as a whole, what we'll talk about later, like the tragedy of Ishval and things of that nature, is Shao Tucker really worse than someone like Roy or Riza or anybody who participated in the Ishvalan war? I mean, who's to say? Because although you can say what their intentions are, intent doesn't really matter, especially when the severity of what we're talking about is stuff like murder and affecting someone's lives to the point where Nina and Alexander's lives were affected, where they're fused and turned into this monster. Because, yeah, Tucker did that, but people like Roy and every other state alchemist and other military people have literally killed people and ended lives and affected families in ways that, in the same way that Tucker has done, ripped them apart. So I thought that was a very profound statement. It's kind of not letting everybody off the hook, because while we're supposed to condemn Shao Tucker, we also had to acknowledge the people that we're following aren't necessarily good guys. They're kind of just people who go by their own code of morals.
which is,
Yeah.
I think, really interesting when you take from episode 3 when they said that alchemists are essentially just scientists pursuing the truth. And there is some sort of cruelty and irony in the sense that these scientists in pursuit of the truth were turned into weapons. And not only that, but it seems that even the newer generation, it seems like alchemy and science, to some degree, in this show, it's not seen as this holy thing. It's not seen as this, like, this grand thing that is always perfect and is everyone's always happy. Sometimes science and alchemy in this world have led to horrible atrocities. And the way that I kind of saw the Shao Tucker thing at the end of this episode was just that you can't... Not everything is black and white, I guess. And just because Edward and Al are our protagonists doesn't mean they're always going to do something good. Doesn't mean they're always going to be perfect. Yeah. And I think that is, in of itself, a really good analogy for science. Much in the same way how at the end of this episode they were talking about how they're only human and what good could they do if they were not able to save just a little girl. In the same sense, science is also imperfect in that it can't solve every problem. And sometimes it's often wrong.
Yeah.
It's almost as if science and alchemy is an extension of the human the human pathology or the condition, the human condition.
I think the series, with this equivalent exchange idea and some of the things that we see, religion versus science, destruction and creation, it aims to show you the balance that is needed within the world. Although we may think that things need to be one way, we kind of need both things, good and evil, black, white. Um, it's a balance that needs to be maintained. There's a flow of the universe that encompasses all, and I think you start to see that with through many different things within Full Metal Alchemist, and I think alchemy itself is an extension of that ideal that alchemy cannot create nor destroy anything. It just changes the shape. So it's everything within alchemy in that it doesn't mutate it, at least alchemy in its pure form. It just changes it, you know. So yeah, there's always a balance. That's why we always talk about equivalent exchange in alchemy. But yeah, and then the last thing we see is Scar showing up, killing Tucker.
Shao Tucker's like, "What are you doing in my room?" No. And then poor Nina as a chimera. Daddy's hurting. I was like, "Oh, poor thing, doesn't know." And as messed up as it is, Scar at least did a mercy kill on Nina.
Yeah.
You know, abomination. Gotta put you down. And you know, as sad as that was, she was never going to be the same after she got turned into a chimera. So
And
Doggy, sit.
what the fuck? I was gonna say. I was gonna say, like, when I was talking about balance,
to the great dog bowl
no,
in heaven.
no, with the dogs.
I was gonna say, like, how we, talking about balance and how we need kind of like a evil, or not evil, equal side of things. I find it interesting that Scar did what he did, and I feel that Ed and Al knew that that's what needed to happen. They knew that Nina needed to die because there was no way they were going to change her back in her original form. Once they seen that, Al just apologized because he knew it was nothing he could do. But there was something he could do. He could have mercy killed her just like Scar, but they couldn't do it. They couldn't do it. And that's why I feel like sometimes you need a balance in destruction and creation, because they couldn't bring themselves to do something like that. But here comes Scar, and he sympathizes with Nina and Alexander, but he goes about what needs to be done.
Yeah. Yeah,
He's
exactly.
judge, jury, and executioner.
My boy, that's not what Scar said.
Doggy needs to be put down. Get down as a bomb.
Down. Who let the dogs out? Me.
Who? Can we get on? Let's transition into episode 5.
Oh man. So first thing, Ed has a nightmare about his mom.
Well, let me do the intro first for the
Oh.
All right, everyone, let's get into Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood episode 5. This is a pretty interesting episode. What did you guys think about it?
I love this episode.
Yeah, it was really great. I mean, God, you got really good balance of just action and just story, plot, and first time, really, even though I know it's episode 5, I feel like it was later in the original, but what do I know? I can't remember. That we see Edward kind of in a very vulnerable state, lost his arm, lost his leg, and he was willing to sacrifice himself to save his brother. I thought that was very noble, but at the same time, Alphonse was pissed because of the promise they made a long time ago when they first got their bodies, like the way that they did after that transmutation circle. So
That is one of the best Al moments in this
Yeah.
series.
amazing. Sucks for Al. He has to kind of just sit there and be a fucking rubble until Edward gets his shit fixed. He can't get fixed because
Yeah.
he's the only one that can fix him.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was an amazing moment. We see fucking Mr. What's his name? No.
Cornello?
No.
May?
I guess no. Let's talk about Cornello.
Mustang.
No, let's talk about Cornello. Let's
Cor-
do it, damn it.
Cornello, fake Cornello, we should say.
Yeah, because we
It's
get
real to me.
introduced. We get introduced to Evie.
Eevee.
Envy, not Evie.
Isn't that a Pokemon?
Yeah,
Yes.
Eevee's a cute little fox, whatever Pokemon.
Well,
I know. I messed
Isn't
up.
Envy kind of cute?
No,
I mean,
I don't
Envy
think
said
so.
that's Envy
Isn't she
said that's one of her.
kawaii?
She said that's one of her cuter forms.
So yeah, Envy has a lot of forms because Envy can change their body into multiple things.
Shapeshifter.
Yes.
So
But-
actually, Envy's whatever you want her to be,
Yeah.
or him to be.
Him or her, whatever. They sound like they smoked 1,000 pack of cigarettes. That's all I know.
Whatever do you mean, EA?
There you go. That's Envy. My name's Envy, and I'm jealous because my voice fucking sucks.
I think that may be the VA for Revy in Black Lagoon. I could be spacing on that.
It sounds similar.
I don't think it is, but I think there is a possibility. Let me Google this real quick.
All right,
What
well,
is
you-
the Dandadan media? Hello, just
Hey.
got back from my shift at work. How you guys doing?
Hey, Dan.
Oh, well,
You missed us have a complete and total rant.
Yeah, we said we all hated Dandadan.
oh yeah, I was there for that.
Yeah, I mean, it got ugly at one point.
Yeah, I think I was literally punching EA to death.
I mean, I had to tell him to stop, but he just kept punching, and I was like, I said mercy, and you said, I will give you no mercy.
No quarters.
Put that doggy down.
And then, yeah,
Oh,
now
wow.
you're here.
Well, okay, listen to this. The VA is Wendy Powell for Envy. She's voice Emma in Vinland Saga Season 2. Kyo's mother in Fruits Basket.
Wait. Oh, Kyo's mother.
She also voiced Natasha in Fire Force. And Papuko in Papu Tepi Piku.
We don't. What the?
Okay, do we know if she voiced Revy?
We're still looking. We're still looking. She's played a lot of old people.
Well, I mean, do you hear the voice?
Yeah, makes
I am
sense.
Envy, hear me roar.
God, she's played so many characters.
Anyway, we know
Just
that
like
they're
the
very,
room.
very talented voice actor, excuse me.
Yeah, she's very good.
Yeah.
Oh, she
So,
plays
yeah.
Miss Merry Christmas in One Piece. My favorite One Piece character.
So
Beautiful.
the homunculus are talking about certain things within this episode that I find very interesting. Um, so because they're doing stuff in the background, we already seen within the first episode, they're the ones who gave McDougal, I think that was his name.
McDouble.
Yeah, they
McDouble.
gave him the philosopher's stone, and they also did the same exact thing with Cornello. So it's like, what is their plan? What are they doing exactly? But we don't know what that is. But it seems they're trying to incite violence, that's for sure, because Envy transforms to Lord Cornello and then, riles everybody up and then, gets them back into following them um like a cult leader. And
I just
then
love how easily they just, even though they heard him talk all that shit, they went right back to following him, even though, I mean, you saw that they were kind of split, but people were like, he didn't mean it. You fucking losers. It's like, did you not hear him say we were all pawns in his scheme? Nah,
well,
he was
that's
just bullshitting.
that's what happens when you're in that mind when you don't have nothing to believe in and you lose that foundation and you have nothing else, like you don't have like your own moral compass or conscience to guide you, and you have the easy way out where you're not even thinking and you're just following whatever someone says. That's what happens. I mean, this is something that we've seen before throughout history. We've seen situations where somebody's like listening to the word of someone that they know they should not trust, or that has betrayed their trust time and time again, but they still do it for whatever reason. And I think that reason is because they don't have like their own, like I said, their own moral compass, or maybe even confidence in themselves.
Yeah. So sad.
Yeah. But they exploit that, and what I found interesting is that they are keeping tabs on seemingly all the state alchemists. They know about Ed. They mention the Flame Alchemist, which is of course Roy, and they're very wary of Scar. It seems so. They're keeping tabs on all the state alchemists, and then they said something very eerie about Ed, and they say we have to keep him alive because he's an important sacrifice.
Dun, dun,
Which,
dun.
what the fuck? What the fuck?
Yeah. To be honest, I'm not sure what that means.
Yeah.
Gluttony is gonna come out of a closet and just be like, Kalima.
Oh, I thought you were talking about coming out of the closet. Guess who's gay now? I thought that's what you were talking about.
I mean,
want
it
to
could be
eat
both.
ass.
It could be both at the same time.
Can I eat his ass now? No, you can't eat his ass. Gluttony. Oh, but it looks so tasty.
I like how he's always asked for permission. At least he has manners somewhat.
Yeah, right. I do give him that, and it seems like him and Lust get along really well. Really well. Can I eat him now? No lust or no gluttony. You cannot eat him. Oh, he looks so good. Okay, yeah, I guess
That
he's a
makes
rotten
sense.
fucking corpse. Go ahead and eat him.
I feel like Lust would get along with a lot of men. That's just my sneaking suspicion.
With that voice, yeah. All she has to do is say, "Excuse me, do you know which way I need it?" Yeah, you just go that way. And oh God,
Sir, I didn't
Can
even
I have
finish
your
what I was
number?
going to
No,
ask
no,
you.
no. You
No, you
just
go
take
that
my
way.
money.
No,
Take
go.
my money. All of it. Use my credit cards. The code is 16582.
My God.
That's all the people on Twitch.
Yeah. Yeah, she would be a good Twitch streamer.
Oh yeah, she would definitely make a lot of money.
Well,
she
Laura
she wouldn't
Bailey
do.
kinda is, so
She is? She streams?
Critical Role.
Oh yeah. Oh, she's a great character in that.
Yeah. Vox
I
the
love
new season
Vox
of Vox Machina
Machinas.
came out.
Oh, I know it. Yeah, she's great in that. But anyway.
Yeah, this is the episode where Scar just says, "All right, I've been killing a lot of people. I think it's time to kill the main character."
Right. And Ed and Alphonse are just like, we're just getting ice cream, man. What's your problem? And then he just
Someone
ran
say
after
ice
wanting to
cream.
kill. Oh, fuck. No, we didn't ask for you, Biden.
Let me tell you something, you little shit. I beat you up last time, and I'll beat you up again.
You didn't beat anyone up except your own meat.
My what?
Your non-existent dick.
Hey, I got a dick. What about you, fella? All this malarkey you're talking about.
Yeah, it's not Dandadan. It's, I'm the man, my man.
Dun, 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 dun.
Hey, listen, you got any directions to the town hall?
Nice to know I don't have to do my lust voice to know.
Can you just point in the direction? Turns out I had an appointment there. I gotta go.
Okay, go left instead of right.
Now I'm confused. Why do I not go right? What
Go
happens if I go
left
right?
instead of right.
Now I kind of want to go right.
Okay, then go right.
All right, I'll go right. See you there.
Just
See you later. Going
yeah,
to
have
the
fun
town
falling
hall.
off. Yeah, fall off that cliff.
What? Okay.
Oh!
I got Air Force One. They'll catch me.
I found it funny, like Scar's timing and trying to kill Ed and
Shit.
Al, though,
Yeah.
because Ed and Al are just, oh, it was sad. It was a sad conversation. Ed is talking about basically the flow of the world and how things need to be maintained in that way. And he talks about seeing how Nina was, it made him want to do that taboo all over again and do human transmutation. He's thinking to himself, man, I haven't really learned anything even since I was a kid then. And Al expresses that he can't even feel the rain right now because he lost his body and he just wants to get his body back. And then Scar's like, okay, you guys are having a moment, and he's what I love too. I don't know if you guys caught this detail. I love this detail so much, especially because it's been a running joke with every episode previous. Everybody doesn't know who the Fullmetal Alchemist is.
Yep.
Everybody's like, "Oh, Al's the Fullmetal Alchemist." I love the detail that Scar knows exactly who the Fullmetal Alchemist is because he does a research on who he needs to kill. So he goes, "Ed, are you the Fullmetal Alchemist? Yeah, what about it?"
I mean, sad to say, he's the only one that got it right, that never met him before, and he's the one that wants to kill him. Everyone else is just like, wow, you live up to your reputation, Metal Alchemist. You 6'6".
Hey, I'm over here.
Yeah. Who you calling Pipsqueak? Yeah. Yeah. The one time somebody gets it right, because he was like, yeah, that's me. That's totally me. What's with
You
this
finally
hand?
recognize me. What the
This is not right.
But yeah, so Scar goes to kill him, and oh my god, he gives them the work. He destroys Al's body and Ed's body as well, for that matter. But the interesting thing about the way he fights is that he's seemingly using alchemy, but he's not using alchemy in the same way that Ed and Al are doing it, where they're recreating structures that they touch, and he's not doing that. He's destroying everything. He's like messing with the fabric of the being and just dismantling it.
Which I thought was interesting because it kind of brings like a unique perspective to alchemy. One uses it to create, while Scar uses it to destroy. So I loved kind of like the yin and yang, so to speak, of the law of equivalent exchange.
And he's very much the antithesis of Ed, because we talked about the whole science versus religion thing. And then when you look at Scar, he's a he's very religious as well, because we saw in his mercy kill to Nina, after he did that, he sends a prayer out. So he's a very religious man, and as a very, like, science oriented person, yet and still they're both using alchemy in opposing ways to go at each other, creation versus destruction. And that goes to what you said, EA, the whole yin and yang thing, and what I was saying earlier with the balance that needs to be maintained in the world.
Yeah. It's very interesting, very interesting. I saw, and even though this man Scar is straight up killing everybody, he seems like an honorable man. He was willing to keep his word to not kill Alphonse just to kill him, Edward. And he's like, "You have my word." And to be
He
honest, I believe him.
he's on a mission. He's not. It may seem like he's a mad dog almost, because what we find out later is that he's Ishvalan, which has a lot of credence as to why he would have beef with State Alchemist specifically. We'll talk more about that, but he isn't. Even though he shouldn't be trying to kill Ed, because Ed had nothing to do with that, he has a beef with them personally. But he internalizes that beef and goes, the only people who are in my path as far as my reign of terror are people who are State Alchemists and people who get in my way of killing State Alchemists. If you're not in my way, you're fine. I'm not just some murderous person that's going to kill anybody for killing's sake. I have a purpose for doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, for sure. And then that's when we kind of see all the other State Alchemists come in. Roy trying to snap with his wet fingers.
The man almost died.
He did. He's like, "I'm gonna kill you."
Risa saved his fucking life. He was
Yeah.
that close to grabbing his face and just turning him into shit. He was going to get another body right there. Risa tripped him and then, shot at him and was able to get some,
Yeah.
and which he was able to dodge that. I feel like we don't talk about that enough. He dodged almost point blank bullets. Wasn't exactly point blank, but feet away bullets from Risa Hawkeye.
He's a good
That's
shot.
kind of insane.
That just goes to show you how quick and agile Scar is. He's got them cat-like reflexes.
You little do you know, but I'm also the ballerina.
Oh my god.
I love how Scar is now Arnold. I should have never compared the two.
The reason
But-
I survived the Ishvalan War is because I danced my way through it like the princess I am, with my stone.
My god. Then we see Mr. Luis Armstrong fucking... absolutely loved his intro. And I don't know if they said it this episode, but I always remember, it is a family tradition that's been passed down
for
from generations.
generations.
I fucking love that every time. And he's just a brawler, just throwing haymakers at Scar, and he's definitely a lot tougher than all the others, and it shows.
Yeah.
So awesome.
Yeah. I think we can all agree. Luis is the man.
He's the man. He's awesome. He is a real one. He's a true bro. He helped with the Edward brothers. The Elric brothers whenever they were passed out. It's like, "Oh, I will heal you back to health. Come here and give me a big ol' hug." Yeah, he's great.
Yeah.
Yep.
But yeah, the Ishvalan thing is the big reveal that we get from Scar. We see his red eyes. We saw it last episode, but everybody else sees it. And then they start to understand why he's targeting State Alchemist, which was because of the tragedy that happened with Ishval, which was that in Ishval, there was a moment where an innocent child was shot down by an Amestrian soldier.
Oops.
Uh, oops. But
Finger
they didn't see it
slipped.
that way. Yeah, they didn't. They didn't see it that way. They didn't think it was an accident. They didn't accept the teehee. I made a mistake, and
Baka.
instead they had an uprising and decided to um, go to war. And I think they said I think the time period was like 5 years of war or something like that. After a long period of time of conflict, that's when Fuhrer King Bradley decides, all right, we done enough fighting. Let's exterminate them entirely, which they use
Fucking
the state
genocide.
alchemist. Yes. Which they use the state alchemist to enact that. So we have people like Roy Mustang, Risa Hawkeye's not a state alchemist, but you get the picture. Roy Mustang, Risa Hawkeye, Louis Armstrong, a lot of the people we know and love were involved in the Ishval War. And um, were a part of the tragedy that happened, which we can see that Scar is born from that tragedy.
Yeah.
Kind of like the manifestation of the injustice and rage of Ishval.
Ed wasn't a part of that though, right? I
No,
don't think he was fighting
no.
no war.
He's never fought in a war.
Right. So why is he after him?
He's going after all state alchemists.
Okay, doesn't matter. Gotcha.
And
Gotcha.
that's kind of where you can see the flaw because you know although we can understand Scar's rage, and for the most part, I kind of agree with Scar a lot of the times. He's not perfect, and that's the instance where he's not perfect because he should spare Ed because he had nothing to do with that war. But he's going at it from the perspective that if you're a state alchemist, it doesn't matter if you were participating in that war. Shit, you might do it down the line, for all I
Right.
know. So that's kind of his mind state.
Yeah. Very interesting. Just craziness. We got this war. Let's I'm tired with these guys. Let's exterminate their whole fucking race. What? Yeah, just do it. Do it. Mr. Mein Führer said it was okay. Okay. Let's do it.
Yeah, and that goes back to what we were talking about uh with Shao Tucker. It's like, yeah, Shao Tucker was bad, but Jesus Christ,
Right. I mean, let's tip the scale, shall we? Turning your daughter into a chimera, genocide of a whole race. About even no.
that's pretty dark. Especially when you realize the characters that you know and love are involved in this. Like,
Yeah.
as much as you love Roy, you have blood on your hands.
Yeah, he killed women and children.
It's kind of sickening.
Louis
But
Armstrong had this generational thing and used it to pound skulls of children.
it's technically a spoiler.
Is it though?
It's a family tradition, and I'm going to beat you for generations.
I guess I can't say it because it wasn't revealed yet.
All right, we'll wait. I'll
Alright.
be a good boy and wait.
Anything else we want to say on Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood?
Next episode, we're going back to Winry. We
Yep.
get to see her more grown this next episode.
Should be
And
fun.
she's gonna she needs to build them heavily for whatever repairs they're gonna get because I can't imagine that this is a inexpensive operation.
Yeah, she's gonna throw some wrenches and throw him and beat him so that he goes flying, even though he's got body parts missing and whatnot. It's like, Winry, go easy on me. I don't have
No,
my
she's,
body.
No, she's not gonna do that anymore. She's now a follower of Rosentology, so she's gonna throw roses at Ed.
She just does the salt bay. Just
Every time she finishes a project, just sprinkles a little bit of rose. And you see in the clouds, like the clouds are slowly forming to the face of Rose, smiling down.
You know what you have to do whenever you're part of that cult is you have to wear rose-colored glasses.
Ah, I like
Mm.
that. So yeah, everyone has to play Halo 2. If that's the case.
Here you go.
Yeah. All right then.
Oh, here we go. We have a Rosentologist right here.
Oh shit.
How goes it?
Gojo, are you a Rosentologist now?
Everything is possible through the power of God.
You mean Rose?
That is what I said.
There you go.
All right, everyone in the chat, I want everyone to throw their roses up in the chat.
Especially you, AA Ron, and
Yeah.
Midnight Lord, and Dandadan's Media, and
I'm watching
Lightning
you.
Eagle.
And President Dementia Donald.
Yeah, throw your roses up too if you remember. I'm trying to find the rose.
I call it the weave. I just sprinkle some roses on it, and I get a big beautiful answer by the end of it.
Very beautiful. All right, there's some of my roses.
Let's go ahead and let's get into Rurouni Kenshin Season 2, Episode Trace. This episode was a little. It had a lot of stuff in it. It had a lot of drama with Misao and Kitchen, but it also had a lot of depression.
Did you
with
say
the-
kitchen?
Kenshin.
Oh, I thought you said kitchen.
Kitchen.
Me too.
Well, you see, I don't like to tell people this, but I'm a lizard.
Oh, yeah, we knew that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Particularly in Argonian, so
Mhm.
it's hard for us to speak. We got,
You got them tongues.
yeah, it's
What was that?
but yeah, we got some stuff with Misao and Kenshin, but we also have some really depressing stuff with this kid. What was this kid's name?
AG.
Ag. His whole, he sees his brother die, and then he sees his parents hanging from a tree, brutally
Jesus
murdered by Senkaku, who is like one of Shishio's bros, I guess.
Yeah.
This is pretty crazy. This episode got, I don't think I've seen an episode as dark as this one. So it was very smart to have Misao introduced in the last episode, because Misao and Kenshin, they helped lighten the mood a little bit.
I mean, like, just the way it happened, like, he woke up to his brother's death. Like, he woke up not even seeing a body, just seeing a sword and seeing the shallow grave for him, and just realizing what happened to him. And then he
Right.
just goes to the village thinking that I need to save my parents. They weren't able to escape. I need to go save them. And then he sees the graphic image of his parents brutalized, cuts all over their bodies, the same way his brother was done, and hanging. Like, that is absolutely horrific.
He is having a bad day.
You want to hang out?
Can we kill Arnold?
Listen, Scar was in the previous section. This is no longer Scar.
Fuck, there's no guns. We can't even have swords in this era. Well, actually, they do have guns, but they're you know what I
Gallic
mean.
gun.
Yeah.
But dude, yeah, that's rough. That's absolutely rough. All those, and then I don't know what you would call them. Just like I don't know, some of the men or whatever that was in that village. We're gonna kill all stragglers, and they were about to execute him until Kenshin came up and was like, "All right, boys, that's far enough. You've done enough damage for one day." And just like any traditional Who are you? I'm gonna murder you. Kenshin made an example and was like, I'm gonna fuck everyone up.
Yeah, because he usually has that whole thing of I only need to go after the person I'm, targeting. But for this time, he took the exception and went, all of you are getting your ass beat. I don't care. It's really that simple.
Right. He
Showing his
did.
anger.
Yeah, he did mention that too. Normally, I would let people know it's time to leave, but all you motherfuckers dead. Just letting you know, you're dead where you stand. Crazy.
Yeah. Um. That stuff was pretty heavy. Um. And that was pretty much the second half of it because they're supposed to tease the battle between Kenshin and Shishio, which I don't think we're going to get. If we do, I think Kenshin's going to get his ass beat
Yeah.
just from story beats and whatnot. I
mean,
think the best we can hope for is Senkaku,
He's getting his ass kicked by Misao.
which
I mean,
I love the power scaling
Oro?
of gag character, like gags, because gags will make the strongest characters look weak as hell. Like Misao was like just throwing like punches and kicks at Kenshin and damn near knocking him out and giving him CTE. But then yet and still like he could dodge kunais at point blank range and deal with 20 enemies. It's power scaling whenever it comes to gas is so funny.
Yeah, I still think you need to make that video of just like gag character power scaling.
Oh my god. Yeah, gag Sakura would definitely be up there. Gag Nami. A lot of the women would be up there.
Yeah. Is there like gag characters who are male?
Oh
Who,
yeah.
who
Yeah,
I
yeah,
mean,
yeah.
like, if you mean like they do the same, there's like the same purpose.
Yeah.
Where like the dude is hitting the women. I've only really seen it once, and that was in Food Wars.
Okay.
It was I don't know how far did you get into Food Wars, EA?
I got pretty far. I think I got to where they got on the train.
So, do you remember the pink haired guy, the one that Soma challenged? He was like kind of an asshole.
I think so. Was it like shorter hair?
Kind of like medium length, kind of went to his
Okay.
shoulder almost. But like
Okay.
he did something like that to you're not gonna remember the one chick, but he did that to one of the characters in Food Wars.
Oh, was it like a judge?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
I do remember that.
Oh, you do?
I do remember that.
Yeah,
I
she was
remember.
like the
I can't
mild
remember
mannered one.
names, but I remember that very specific moment in Food Wars.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, she was talking. I forget what she was doing, but she was like going on about like how she likes certain food. Yeah, she was very mild and like, I like this, I like that. And the guy would be like,
yeah.
just violence. But back to Kenshin. It looks like the rest of the characters are on their way to Kyoto. I love how you have here as a Sonosuke doesn't know where the fuck he's going. He's borrowing his powers
Zoro.
from Zoro.
I just love how we got last time or last episode or not last episode. Yeah, because it was the first episode. I love how we got his resolve to show how strong he is and get stronger while he's in Kyoto en route of going to Kyoto, and then he doesn't even know where the fuck Kyoto is. So I'm like, how are you going to help when you can't even get here?
I know it's in that direction, and I'm just gonna keep fucking going until I find it.
The real test is if Kenshin falls down D stairs.
Oh my god!
Why? Why is that?
It's a joke with the One Piece community. They say
Oh,
the stairs that Kuina fell down is a D, because like the important characters in One Piece are they have D as their middle initial.
Oh.
Monkey D Luffy.
Oh.
I'm trying to think of another one. Oh, Gold D Roger.
Okay.
I think that's the only ones that you know of
Mm-hmm.
in the early, like where we watch One Piece with the live action. I don't want to spoil anything further. Yeah.
Season 2 coming out next year.
Oh, I can't wait for Crocodile. Oh, I'm so ready.
It's gonna be great. And then yeah, he's going. We have old Yahiko and Kaoru on a boat, and Yahiko is seasick, and Kaoru's just being the good mother figure, just rubbing his back, just like anyone would. Yosh, yosh, it's okay. Just throw. To be honest, I've never been on a boat, so I don't know how I would react to it. But you've been on some cruises, Satsuki. Do you get
Yeah.
seasick?
I wasn't seasick as in the time I was there. I did feel a little woozy, kind of when the boat was rocking on the way back home. The first time I went, I think the first time I went, I took like these pills that was supposed to prevent seasickness. The second
Okay.
time, I didn't take anything like that, and I felt fine the whole time. You don't really even feel it until like well, it's dependent on the cruise, right? Like depending on like the waters that you're sailing.
True.
But no, I don't. Nah, I've never had seasickness to where it's like anime seasickness where I'm.
Into a bucket.
Yeah, never did that.
What about you, C? Have you had sea tactics?
No, I don't get seasick. My stomach is like insanely good. It's like the greatest stomach of all time. Let me tell you.
Wow.
This is the greatest stomach. Can't get better
You got
than this stomach.
you got an
Thank you,
iron
Donald
stomach.
Trump.
What did he say?
Slurring my words like Donald Trump every week now.
No,
It's ridiculous.
no, I'm just saying that's
Oh.
something that Donald Trump would say. As the
Oh,
greatest
you know what? You're right. You're absolutely right. I got the greatest best stomach of all time.
No, I've been on several boats, not like cruise boats or whatever, but like just normal fishing boats. Yeah, I'm totally fine. I actually quite enjoy it. The sensation of floating on a river or whatever.
Yeah.
To me, it's soothing.
I need to get on ships more so I can experience that, or maybe I don't, because then then I would find out if I actually do get seasickness or not.
I'm kind of scared of really big objects in sea. I don't remember what that is called. It's what that phobia is.
Big objects in a sea is a phobia?
Yeah, so like
Huh.
I get really queasy or like really anxious when I look at like videos of the Titanic.
Oh. Huh.
Or like
Interesting.
that all those that famous statue that fell in the ocean of like Jesus or whatever.
Okay.
I can't look at that without getting anxious. And if I see like
Is it
a big
is it
ship
things that
turned
are
over,
underwater?
just big objects in the sea. Like it just makes me anxious. If I see a
Oh.
big ship that's turned over, I'm like, I don't want to look at this anymore.
Maybe you're just
Um,
afraid of the water.
No, I'm good with water. I think it's just
Hmm.
I don't know what it's a thing. Like a lot of people have this. But here's the thing. If I can look all day at like ships sailing like storms like through the huge ass waves. That's fine. I'm good with that. So I don't know what it is.
Hmm. Well, I would say that all of us are better than Yahiko.
Yeah. That's true.
Yeah. This episode was very simple because a lot of it was dedicated towards Misao showing her resolve and wanted to find out about the Oniwa Bond group, and
Yeah.
Kenshin basically just shrugging her off. I'm actually surprised because I thought he was going to own up to it very early, but I guess it's supposed to add on to the drama of her not knowing and then, getting the big reveal whenever uh we see uh what I always she show up. So I guess that's what we're waiting on with her
Yeah.
finding that out.
Yeah, I think it's gonna come down to that. It's gonna come down to Kenshin, you fucking murderer, you did all this shit.
Yeah.
Oro? He just goes and reverts back to his Oro side. He's like all serious, killing all these people. You killed him, Oro. It wasn't me, Oro. She bonks him on the head. He gets swirls in his eyes.
Oh.
He's like a Mario Luigi character.
Hey, I'm walking here. I'm going to Kyoto. Wahoo!
I also like Saito showing up at the end because we get Misao getting saved because there's like the straggler executioner guy.
Oh,
By the
that
way,
was a
why
sick scene.
was he there? Like I'm thinking to myself, why is everybody jumping Kenshin and then there's this one guy in a forge just like, hey, what do you like? And then yeah.
That he was in the forest for probably weeks, and then he finally just came back and was like, "Oh, thank God, I found my way back home. Oh my God, a woman stabbed right through the fucking
He-
mouth."
He had to take a piss or something. Everybody was like, yeah, we're gonna beat up this red-haired the outsider guy. All right, let me hold on.
Hold on, let me shake it.
And he's probably like looking back at him, like looking at how Kenshin's beating her ass. He's like, thank God I didn't go over there. And he sees Misao, who's like, oh yes, about to beat her up, kill an outsider, get a promotion. Hey, what are you doing?
Yeah, yeah. It was pretty sick though. I love how they did the sword through the mouth thing, and they did like the negative filter on it. It looked really cool. I like that.
Yeah.
Pretty sweet. But yeah, it's gonna lead up to some interesting turmoil next episode, and yeah, it's probably gonna reveal what Misao was looking for when it comes to the Oniwaban group, and it's gonna be interesting to see how she reacts to that. I think she's gonna be pissed. I think she's gonna, cause she's young, and she's gonna be like, "How could you?"
Yeah, she's also like in love with Shishio.
Oh yeah, that too.
So it's
I think you'd be Aoshi.
yeah, same difference, whatever.
That fucking guy, the one that turned the people into mincemeat.
But I will say my final thoughts on this episode is rest in peace to the guy that got his scalp all fucked up because of Megumi.
Leave my wife alone. It was an accident.
She was thinking of Kenshin, and then the
No.
guys.
No, she wasn't.
Yes, she was. She was thinking. She's like, "Oh, Kenshin, how I miss you. I want to massage your scalp." And the guy's like, "No, you're burning me.
That was
Look at what you did."
internet manipulation.
Said
Okay.
AI.
Yeah, they couldn't say my name, obviously, so they had to insert Kenshin in there.
Oh, I miss Sasuke, and I can't. I wonder what Sasuke the Savage is up to. Well, this is a Killer Pass episode this week, boys.
Oh, it is.
I so far love this season so much more than season 1, and I think part of it is the production is much better. I think another part of it is that already off the rip, this season is just so much more interesting story-wise. The fact they're going to Kyoto, like I want to see what Kyoto looks like. I want to see what the people of Kyoto are like, what the culture of it is, what the just how everything is in that place. How lawless is it really? I really want to see Kyoto, and they've done a really good job at building up that desire to go and see it. So I think I'm passing it. It's a really good set of episodes we've watched so far.
Yeah. Go ahead.
I think I'll pass it as well. Yeah, strong set of episodes thus far. Misao's one of the newer characters, and I think they're doing a good job of building up Shishio as a villain while keeping him, while building up anticipation to see him. Because now, the more evil deeds we're seeing from his subordinates, we want to see him. Who's the man behind all of this, and how does he have all this power and this information network and whatnot? So, they're building up to him. I enjoy that. I want to see a conversation between him and Kenshin, even if they don't fight. And yeah, thus far, good drama building with Misao and Aoishi and that whole storyline. Uh, done a good job of the material they had last season. It just feels very seamless. So pass.
Yeah, it's a pass for me too. I love old school anime with new school vibes. It just has that older look, but just a cleaner, just feel to it. And I don't know. I just love those goofy gags of the old '80s, '90s anime of the falling over, those eyes, and the stupid shit like that. But yeah, that's a pass for me. Can't wait to see what happens.
Alrighty. Let's go ahead and talk about Dandadan episode 3. This episode is the introduction, the moment I think a lot of people in the Dandadan fandom have been waiting for, the introduction of none other than Granny Seiko Ayase. And she was a badass. She's introduced initially in this episode as Santa Dodoria, which is her I wouldn't say alter ego, maybe like her stage name or whatever, her professional name. And she's introduced as this psychic who seems like a total fucking fraud. And as I'm getting a phone call in the middle of me, in the middle of a monologue, she is introduced as Santa Dodoria, and she's like this kind of fraud, even though by the end of the episode it's revealed that, hey, she's actually not a fraud. She was right the entire time, and she's actually a real psychic, or a spirit medium.
Medium, yeah.
So
Yeah, I like that
what'd you
part
guys
too.
think?
I like that part too, where it seemed like she was a fraud, but then later in the episode, I think it was like some kind of like pop star was like lying about their likes and dislikes or whatever. But then you come to find out that that's what they actually liked, but they just were hiding it from everybody or something.
Yeah,
I
he was
don't know.
hiding a whole wife and child or something like that
Yeah,
crazy.
yeah, yeah.
No,
He
it was his age and a wife.
Yeah, he had. I had all that stuff hidden, and she was like, "He needs to update, his stats because I was fucking right, or
Yeah.
whatever." And what do I think about her? Because she's a granny. She don't look like a granny. I wonder how old she even is. You know what
It's
I mean?
it's the classic case of anime.
For
It's just
sure.
like whatever age we want these characters to be, they will be. Like
For sure.
damned how they look, and that works both ways.
Yeah. Yeah, and see, Tactics, she's definitely the hottest grandma in anime. that goes without saying.
I disagree.
What are you gonna say? What are you gonna say? Go, tell me.
I disagree.
The Gmail
Tell
from
me.
Blue Period?
No.
Oh, tell me.
There's already been comparisons, and I think there always will be comparisons, but my vote will always go to Lady Tsunade
Who's
Oh
that
yeah,
again?
that's true. Tsunade
for
from
Naruto.
Oh, okay. I didn't really watch Naruto, so that's probably why. Show me what she looks like.
I'll show you.
I appreciate you,
Um,
but she is a chain smoker. She is the definition of a chain smoker. She got a cigarette in her mouth every 2 seconds. When she's done with it, puts it down in her little ashtray tube or whatever. Talking, lights up another one. I'm like, God damn, she's a chain smoker.
yeah, she may look like she's much younger than she is, but she totally acts like a grandma. It's
For sure.
You'll see later on. Like she is literally just a grandmother. It's great.
She's not baking cookies. She's looking at she's watching TV almost like Akira in Fable
Jackal.
and watching Jackal, and she has that obnoxious laugh. Ah!
She was watching Bakatono.
Oh, I've seen this person. She's a grandma. Okay.
Technically not a grandma, if we want to be real technical about it, but grandma age, yeah.
Oh, how old is she supposed to be?
I mean,
Like 50s, 60s?
it depends on what point in Naruto we're talking about. If we're talking, let's just say 50 plus.
Okay. Yeah, I can see the comparison then. For sure.
But yeah, she was watching Bakatono on her TV, and I love how she's sitting there just laughing at it, belly laughing. So great.
Yeah.
She's such
She
a
has
such a vibe.
She wears an interesting outfit. She got them booty shorts on, and she got the big long sweater on and everything.
The Virgin Killer.
She don't dress like a granny for sure. At least not any grannies I've ever seen.
Yeah.
But yeah. She I love how badass she was when we first introduced to her, because she's like owning Turbo Granny. But at the same time, she's also kind of a little bit petty in a way, because she was still upset over, Momo doubting her and everything. But she needs to understand. This girl was poked fun at because she was doing this the whole fucking time. At least, cut her some slack. Like, I'd be a little upset too. But in order for her to help, she was just like, I want you to say that spirits are real right now, or I'm not going to help this boy. It's like, oh, you petty fool.
I love that scene where she shows up and just literally walks directly up to Turbo Granny and just stares her right in the face. That was so freaking cool.
Yeah, she had zero fear.
Yeah, she also had her bat's a pencil, so that's kind of interesting.
Yeah, that is interesting. A unique little weapon right there.
Yeah, and she just literally just beats up Turbo Granny with a bat. It's great.
Well, it goes to show you how strong she is within her own domain. You know what I mean? Because she talks about how she borrows power from the spirits within the city, but outside of that, she's kind of useless, and that's why we aren't going to see her in the big battle between Turbo Granny, Momo, and Okaroon. But inside of things, she has things handled. She's very calm and collected, and she can handle her own business.
Yeah, she's great.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good.
Yeah, and I also love as well the tension between her and Momo, and how it sort of, the way they resolve it is really really, I don't know how to describe it. It's like just really extra. And this is like a thing that I love that Yukinobu Tatsu does in Dandadan, is he will just make a scene more absurd than it needs to be just because it would be funny. And I thought it was really funny that Seiko was just so because Momo's constantly doubting her and stuff, and Seiko's like, apologize, bitch.
Pretty much.
And Momo prostrates in front of her, and I thought that was also a cool moment for Momo to just be like, okay, I was wrong. I'm sorry.
Yeah, swallow her pride.
Yeah, it was just kind of cool. And I think that also fits the Momo character really well, where she kind of stands up for a lot of injustices that she sees, even when she is the one committing the injustice, even though it's very understandable. And you're right. Yeah, she swallowed her pride. And that's one of the things that I think makes Momo a really awesome main character. She's great.
I also like the detail when she shows up. When she sees Okaroon, as Turbo Granny transformed, and she goes like, my daughter brought home another guy. She was like, I thought my daughter brought home another one of these scumbag guys, which makes me think she brought that dude home.
Yeah, that's
Like the one we seen in the
crazy.
first episode.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hey,
Oh.
Granny, you want to put out
Hey,
two?
Hey, Granny, I love your tits.
Yeah, he would definitely say some shit like that.
And then she just look right at him as she's smoking her 5th cigarette and just go, I don't know, like some kind of like pencil move to his face and then hit him or something.
Knowing Dandadan, she probably just flipped him off or something.
Yeah, just look at him. Just. Yeah. All right. Just I'm trying to watch my shows. Don't
Bakatono's
make a
on, you
ruckus.
little shit. Get out of here.
This episode though was a lot of setup and world building because first and foremost we get Granny Ayase basically trying to get Momo to be able to visualize her psychic powers without having to see, because she's only able to prevent Okaroon from transforming when she's able to look at him, which led to the comedic thing with her having to watch him literally use the bathroom because if he's outside of the shrine, uh, he's going to transform, which she has to watch him at all times for things to quell with his transformation. So she tries to walk her through what she needs to do, which I find very interesting because she doesn't have psychic powers like Momo, which I don't know. I have never gone past the first volume, so I think after episode 5, that's when I'm going to be in uncharted territory. But
Don't read it.
no, I'm not going to read it. But I'm going to be an anime only, so
All right.
But it kind of shows you like the diversity of the powers, because although you may think like everybody can do the same thing, doesn't seem to be the case. Like it seems that everybody has their own lane, and I think that goes to show you even that the diversity with the monsters that we see, like the aliens and the spirits, because they're seemingly cut from the same cloth as just like aberrations on Earth, but they're like different from each other still. And in the same way, it's like Granny Ayase has her own powers and Momo has her own variations of what she can do. So I wonder if that's gonna pile up as to the different powers that we see within a universe.
Yeah. Didn't she also mention that when her powers awoken the first time, that was like her powers at the max?
Yeah.
That was her fullest extension of her powers, and she just needs to try to get that back again.
She said something to the effect of what she basically what she thought was becoming reality.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe that's a sneak peek into what we're supposed to get from Momo in game, and it's a matter of her honing her powers to get to that level again.
Yeah. Yeah. What was up with Granny wearing a blindfold the whole time and then running around without a sports bra and her boobs is bouncing everywhere?
Yeah, I'm just gonna say I saw this in theaters. Obviously, this is the last episode.
Oh
they
yeah,
showed.
this was the part that you saw in theater.
And
Hey, Mom.
comes like right after that gratuitous panty shot of Momo, and then by the end of it is just Granny's boobs flopping everywhere. I don't know what the hell that was about, but for some reason I found it hilarious.
Were you doing one of these?
No. I accepted before I even went in that
You accepted your fate.
I accepted it. my Fate Stay Night. No, I just thought it was fucking hilarious for some reason because the whole scene is absurd itself. You have them running to the bathroom because Okarun has to go, but the other two are also tried to go to the bathroom to race each other. Like
I think they're trying to prevent him from going to the bathroom because they're like, oh no, he's about to fuck our bathroom up.
Yeah, but it's like this is a man with no dick that has to go to the bathroom, which, by the way, how the fuck does that work? And they're like, no, you can't use it. First of all, please let me use it.
Have mercy.
Have mercy. I have no dick. And this
poor boy
turbo granning is controlling me. Someone has to watch me so that I can go to the bathroom.
Too shy.
How embarrassing is that?
Shy boy.
Yeah, he's a shy boy that when he has to take a shit, Momo's just like, just do your thing. Just hurry up.
I also love in the middle of the race, Seiko keeps saying Ken Takakura, and it makes Momo just pass out mid-sprint. That was great. That was awesome. I love that.
She still can't accept the fact that he's a Ken.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's true. He's a Ken doll. He ain't got no junk.
Yeah.
True.
That's what I'm thinking. If he's got no dick, everything has to come out the butt.
I mean,
Butt in the butt. I said, remember that song?
Yes, I do. That was early
YouTube.
like YouTube, yeah.
That may have been pre-YouTube to some degree.
Like MySpace or something.
Yeah.
I want to read some of what Dan was saying in the chat. Momo best girl. She is the bestest girl of best girls. Correction on something I said previously. Apparently, Seiko's age isn't confirmed, but it's said that she is somewhere between 60 and 50 or 80.
Huh.
The thing is, it's implied that Momo's psychic abilities are not hereditary. That I thought of since Granny can't use it. Remember, Momo's powers were brought about alien experimentation, and she has telekinesis like Serpos. Yeah, in certain cases, the anime is actually more lewd to the manga. Believe it or not, the anime actually amped up the fan service with Seiko.
Mm.
Wait, since he has no penis, does that mean Okarun has a vagina? No, he has nothing.
It's smooth.
Yeah.
It's literally just no dick.
It's like an Attack on Titan.
Oh.
Right. That's actually a really good description of it. There you go. Think of Eren Yeager in the, his Attack Titan form and going "Roar!" and just having no dick. That's what.
Maybe that's what he was screaming about the entire time.
Yeah.
He was just the whole reason the world got fucking decimated. I have no dick.
Because I have no dick. I have to activate the rumbling.
Oh, Eden, it's okay. I still love you with no dick. No, I have to make a world better for my friends. Oh my god.
Because I have no dick. All I have is balls.
And you see those things sway. But yeah, I guess like after the whole going to the bathroom scene, we then see Turbo Granny literally like talk to Momo and like basically kind of like curse her and say, that she was gonna kill them or whatever, or curse them, not kill them, but it's the same thing. Unless something were to happen, and nobody else noticed it except her, except Momo.
Yeah, it was like time was frozen.
Yeah, because the granny was just like, "Huh? What are you talking about?" And then Momo was pissed. She threatened my granny. I'm going to kill her now.
Yeah, I love Momo. Momo's great.
So we're gonna get a game of tag between Momo, Okarun, and Turbo Granny, and they're not gonna have the luxury of being able to train like they wanted to do originally. So,
yep.
Yeah, because now they're going to have that fight back in the tunnel, or I think are they going back to the tunnel or just some other place?
Yeah, they're going to the tunnel to get
That's
her to chase
that's
them.
that's what I thought. So I wonder what's gonna happen now, because now you said this is where it ended with the movie. See?
Yeah.
Wow. So now everything that we watch now is gonna be new for all of us.
No.
Well, I'm caught up to the
Well,
manga. so-
except for you with the. Like, you know what? I'm just the newbie, okay?
Yeah, the first volume I think is going to go. I think after episode 4, I'm going to be into. Then I'm going to be like, just like you, EA.
All right, you and I can share the the nuance together while C's on his high horse with his arms folded, going, "Oh, puny humans."
Ho, ho, ho. I know everything about Dandadan, and you do not.
I have
plebs.
I have a channel dedicated to Dandadan.
Dude, that channel, I don't know what the fuck is happening at the. Dude, I upload a video, it gets 10,000 views. I'm like, what? Bro, I started the channel like not even 2 months ago. What the hell's happening?
I saw your chainsaw video you uploaded today. It got like 20,000
Oh
in
yeah,
mere
shit.
hours.
my Chainsaw Man video from yesterday. It's already at nearing like 24,000 views or something like that.
That's crazy. Congrats to you.
Yeah, it's my most successful video on that channel. I don't know why. But I will say I'm very, very excited for episode 4. I think the Turbo Granny arc is only like 8 chapters, and I think this goes up to about chapter. See, the first 2 episodes were 1 chapter each. This episode was 2 chapters, so I think this is 4. So we're halfway through. I think it may be 1 or 2 more episodes for this arc. Let's see. I imagine it'll be 2 more because they'll probably do like 3 chapters for the next episode maybe, and then do for like the big final chapter of the arc, they're probably going to do that as just like an episode. Let's see. Who knows?
Then we'll finally get to know what the fuck this cat is that keeps playing at the end of every single episode with the hairdryer.
The headbanging cat.
Yeah,
Oh,
who is that damn ass cat?
Guess we'll have to wait and see. Could be a part of the squad, the gang. You never know. All right. We're killing or passing.
This is the moment I've been waiting for. Ready, Sasuke?
Wait.
On a count of 3.
hold on. Because I wanted to look up the cat because I seen that cat in different.
Yeah, it's like a
So that-
cat
that-
toy or whatever.
It's
Yeah, isn't it the lucky
it's
cat?
like yeah.
It's supposed to bring you luck.
Monarchy Neko.
Or not luck, it's supposed to bring you money. I think that's what it is.
Yeah, because it has like because I've seen that cat in many different like stories in manga and anime. So, but wait, okay, you said at the same time, like we're gonna
Nah.
synchronize this.
No, I was just messing.
No, let's do it. Let's do it.
All right.
Oh, if we're gonna kill or pass, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
All right, who's gonna count it down?
3. We're gonna go on go. By the way, 3, 2, 1, go. Pass.
Pass.
Kill. Okay, I'm just kidding. Pass.
No, this is entertaining so far. Animation is stellar. It's wacky, zany anime. It's basically everything that I love about anime. And when I describe it to other people, they go, "That's weird." I'm like, I know. That's why I love it.
Yeah.
But I'm curious to see what's going to happen now. So, like right now, it's just a lot of setup and a lot of just cool whatevers. But yeah, I feel like this next episode is gonna look spectacular. I'm looking forward to it.
As well, this is the final. I can't remember exactly if there's like another scene after, like in the next arc. I don't think there is, but this is the final. This episode was the final fan service. They never do it again.
Aw, I want more Granny.
Liar!
All the
I
way, we're all the way up into 171 now in terms of chapters. They haven't done it since this first arc.
Yeah, I see that face. Look at him.
Liar!
Uh, you're turned him against me. You have done that yourself.
I mean, unless you count the sex scene.
There's a sex scene. Does it involve Granny?
Which Granny? That's the question.
The only Granny. No, obviously not Turbo Granny,
Please don't
but
tell me it's
fucking
my granny.
Santa Grandma.
Santa Grandma?
Santa Ho Ho Ho.
Speaking of, Santa Dodoria is a really good name. I like that name. I'm going to change the name of my channel to Santa Dodoria.
Yeah, but does she have sex or not? See?
The people want to know.
You'll have to wait and see.
No. You need to tell me.
Well, just so you know, yes. She had to have sex.
Yes.
Wait a minute. I
birth.
feel like he's about to say something. Okay.
Oh
to
God, what?
her daughter, which then gave birth to Momo.
You disappoint me.
Lame.
Boo. That's me.
I just want to say very briefly, I think watching this in chunks was actually better for me rather than just because I didn't really like a lot of the fan service stuff that was going on. And it was really with Momo and those basically what we saw in episode 1. I think watching it in chunks like this actually helps Dandadan, funny enough, and my enjoyment of it because I haven't really other than like the first episode, I haven't really taken much issue with the show at all. So, definitely been preferring the anime over the manga so far.
I just can't wait for the next arc. The next arc is going to be so freaking good. Can't wait. This first arc isn't even like the hook for the show, really. All right. Let's go ahead and let's get into Suma Show, aka School Wife, episode 4. This show, Satsuki, you're the one who locked this one in, right?
That was me.
He's the man.
I think you got another home run with this one. This show after this episode, I'm all in, man. We got abusive Nobara having a little bit of a character redemption arc.
Who's abusive Nobara?
The mom, Takaye's mom, it has to be.
Yeah.
Is it the same VA?
No, I think
No.
he's just saying that because of short hair, like
Okay,
brownish hair.
she looks the same. Okay.
Yeah. She has the eyes of a Persona character, so it's a little weird of a combination.
God.
But yeah, it's abusive Nobara. She, bro, I think she was introduced in episode 2. I was interested in that story, but I was kind of like, the mom's kind of like an asshole. Like, I don't want to see anything from her. I want to see kind of like just how it affects child wife. What the fuck's her name? Takaye. I want to see how that kind of like affects her and the drama it creates. I thought she was just going to be basically she shows up one day and fucks shit up. But after this episode, I was like, man, she's actually like a really well thought out character that kind of delves into a lot of the things that adults and people go through when they get older. Like, she dreamt of always, like, she came from a broken family, a family of divorce.
Go figure.
And
Crazy.
Cycle repeats itself some way, somehow.
Yeah. She wanted that to never happen, and it did. And it's sort of caused her to have this mental health spiral that has turned into her being abusive. And on top of that, she's seeing this guy, and it's very clear that they have a little bit of a complicated relationship between the two. But it's really, I ended up coming away from this episode really liking her character and honestly kind of respecting a lot that she's went through, and it's kind of crazy how she hasn't become just totally batshit insane, but she's keeping on as, she's holding on as long as she can, it seems, and trying as hard as she can. And yeah, puts it in a new perspective, I guess.
I'm watching you. They got it. Is that EA?
That was me.
I'm watching you change the notes. Oh.
Yeah. But I like the Nobara character now. I think it's still horrible what she did, but at the same time, people are people, man. Shit happens.
Yeah.
People make mistakes.
I think like the takeaway that you get from this is that you don't necessarily sympathize with Chika. That's Takaye's mom, or evil, abusive Nobara. You don't necessarily sympathize with her because as a parent, that's the one thing you don't want to do is abuse your own children. You know what I mean? But
Absolutely.
at the same time, you can empathize with her mind state because she went through a divorce. Her parents also went through a divorce through gambling, like some crazy outside factor. So she comes from a broken home and she didn't want the same thing to happen to her. But eventually it we don't know why exactly they got a divorce. But from the way she talks about it, it's as if it's the husband's fault and not hers. Like she didn't want it, but it happened. So I'm thinking either he was abusive himself or he cheated, something like that. Something to that effect.
Yeah.
So she tries, in her earnest attempt to prevent the same thing that happened to her in her childhood, she ends up doing the same thing to Takaye, and and then, it's kind of out of her control because you could want things to work out between somebody and it just doesn't for whatever reason. So she has a broken home. She's heartbroken, and she she reflects all of that pain and suffering onto her daughter. Not all of it because she's abusive for sure, but it's not like the worst thing that we've seen. She's just very demonstrative and, um, you know, but things could get worse. Like, not even talk about what we see in the media, like in real life, things could be a lot worse. But and then I think also another part of why she is the way she is she's working at as a cashier in some random restaurant. So it's like money's
Works-
probably tight as
She
well
works at
too.
McDonald's.
Yeah. It's like, yeah, it's a lot of things that aren't working for her. That she probably didn't imagine that she would be where she is, but you know, she's trying to just move on and live her life, and it's kind of hard when you have a kid like that. And again, it's not really to sympathize with her, but it's to empathize with her plight. You don't have to feel bad for her, but you understand why she is the way she is, and I think that's the important part.
Yeah. I wonder if a lot of her issues was that maybe she relied too much on her looks and too much on the partner in her relationship, and once that all kind of came crashing down, her whole world came crashing down. It's interesting. She was so
she had
vague
to start
about it.
over.
Yeah, but love her character.
Yeah, it seems like Sakaye has to almost be a therapist for both families. She has to work hard to make sure her, former husband and daughter are good,
Yeah.
while also making sure her mother's mental health isn't completely shot.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a good thing she has the mindset of an older, person. She's like basically a mitigator at this point between all of them. Because if she was like still like the mind of like a 10-year-old, she'd be like, this is boring. I want pancakes. You know, that would be essentially the conversation. Well, you know, abusive Nobara is just going through all this shit, but you know, just yeah, it is. I guess you could say, in a way, not only did she kind of like get reincarnated at the right time for her old family, but also her new family.
Exactly.
So it's
I
pretty interesting.
It is, yeah. I also, it kind of makes me also rethink the role abusive Nobara will play later on, in the sense that, is she gonna show up and raise hell, or is she gonna show up and realize this is the family she wants right here?
Mm. Good point.
And
Yeah.
she'll use that as sort of inspiration, like, hey, she'll probably be mad at first, of course. It's a stranger hanging out with their daughter, but I maybe she'll see that and kind of hear them out and observe them and go, they have the life that I wanted. And maybe I don't know, they all become friends.
I still go with the evil ending where they start dating and then they get married.
She uses straw effigy.
God. Jesus Christ.
My mana pools are unlimited.
I don't think there's anything I don't want more than these two getting together. Like that is my nightmare.
Oh yeah,
Could
that's not gonna happen. There's no way.
like, no, I know it's not, but I just imagine that like in some like dark twisted way. Here's my ex-husband now married to my now mother, which sounds weird when you fucking say it out loud. But
God.
oh man.
Yeah, it is kind of crazy. It is kind of crazy, if that would happen. But
It won't though.
no, I think I think
I'd laugh if it did.
I think the romance in this series is going to be around Moria and Daddy Boy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're pushing romance with.
Big Daddy
I
Sex
think
Boy.
this. I think they push romance with both or all three characters because it wasn't just with Keisuke and Moria. It was with the big one I felt was with Mai and Renji.
Oh, that one too. Yeah.
Renji's
Yeah.
a boring dude.
Yeah, he is, but at the
He's
same
kinda
time,
charming though. I can see why Mai would be into him.
Mai's kind of boring herself in that regard, and
Right.
nothing's wrong with being boring. But I think they complement each other in that he does his own thing. He has his lifestyle that he lives. He's
Mm-hmm.
removed from computers. He's just fishing, living on nature, stuff
Oh,
like that.
good for him.
And then
He needs to be a negative, positive angler.
he does. He does.
Maybe
in my higher-
this anime takes place within the universe inside of Hana's hair.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
One wash will completely destroy the whole series.
The Big
Fucking
Bang.
tidal wave. That's funny. But yeah, I don't know. I think it is because they're both kind of like meh characters so far, where I just kind of am not interested in that love triangle, even though I know that's eventually what's gonna eventually end up is just those two together. But as for me, I'm just like, it's okay.
Yeah, I mean, I personally don't mind it just because it's two kind of introverted characters opening up to each other. I think it'll probably get better and we'll feel better about it over time. But these are two characters who are very sheltered in some regard because the same way that Renji doesn't know technology, he's never been to Tokyo or he hasn't had a proper tour of Tokyo. Same way Mai hasn't really been outside. Like she knows of some places, but we saw that before she was kind of like a shut-in. So they're both opening up to each other very slowly. And I don't know, I just found it very cute when she was Mai, that is, texting her mom and trying to, ask her advice, like as if she was a high school girl. Like, oh, we just went out. Are we boyfriend and girlfriend? And then Takai is like, I mean, like, is that what you want? It's like, well, I don't know. And it's like, and then she tells her to stay on the hunt for other guys. Like, it was very cute.
Yeah, same thing with Moria. It was a theme throughout this episode. Moria had the same thing where she's like, "Yeah, after meeting your father, I kind of just want to not be afraid of talking with people," which is really cool. She's got social anxiety, like, and the show's handling it like really well.
Mm-hmm.
And Keisuke had absolutely no idea that this woman's into him.
No.
All he did was he held the door open for her once. No, I'm kidding. I know that's not what happened. Like, what did he do? He said some encouraging words to her because she was new or she was nervous or something, and that's really what made her like, I can get along with this guy.
Isn't that crazy that you can just, people tell you all the time you can't be nice, but it's crazy if you're just nice to people randomly, so many good things happen.
No, see, you gotta be mean to women, then they'll respect you more.
Oh my god!
Don't you know how it works? See,
the color of my Bugatti is metallic black.
I feel like I'm watching an episode of Saved by the Bell or something.
Yeah, if you don't tell her, if you show any kind of fear or any tears, she's gonna call you a bitch and she'll walk all over you for the rest of your life. Never show them your weakness, because that is what tells them this is my man, and I'm going to just rake him over the coals and just take him for everything that he's got. So
I like that plan. That's a good plan.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So here at KOA, we believe use them and then lose them. Thank you.
Yep. Thanks everyone for coming to the KOA Town Hall. Just want to say once again, we are better in general.
But on a serious note,
yeah. Also, don't listen to what I say. JK, JK.
Yeah, actually, don't.
Where is it? Where is it?
It's joke.
It's a fucking joke. I didn't mean any of that.
Yeah, we don't want to birth the new generation of incels. But on a serious note, with the romance between Mai and Renji, yeah, it is kind of basic. It's the whole stereotypical, I respect him because of that one thing he did in the past, and now I like him. I actually don't think that's bad necessarily, because this is real life. I think it only really takes one instance for you to pay attention to someone, for you to draw attraction to them. It sometimes it'll take one conversation, and then all of a sudden you're starting to notice different things about them. You're starting to sneak glances at them, and then you're having the drive to want to talk to them. Sometimes it really only takes that. I think it kind of just, whenever we see it in media, it kind of seems corny, because he did that one thing for you and now you're suddenly in love with them. But I think it's a process to all of that they're kind of skipping, and that's why it seems so. That's why it seems corny a lot of times.
Yeah.
It's true. It is difficult as well in anime to sometimes realistically portray a romance, because sometimes it takes forever. Sometimes it takes years.
Yeah, and even then, do they still like me? Do they even like me? Yes, rent a fucking girlfriend. Move on with the story.
Well, as well, and then there's the, God, I would love it if a show literally tried to do the most complicated romance in history. Just how everything is just a hurdle sometimes in getting to know a person. It's figuring out you like each other, it may take years, and then that's just the first step.
Oh. I think Satsuki's got something.
You guys aren't going to read it because you guys aren't tough enough. But if you want a romance that I think delves into all the ugly nuances of a relationship. How do we relationship is a series to go to. It's a girls' love series.
I think you sent me that one.
I've definitely talked about it before,
Let me
but
see.
it's not because it's a girls' love series. It's not because it's a Yuri. I seriously think that series does one of the best jobs I've seen tackle what it's like being in a relationship because uh spoilers.
Yeah, I do have it.
Characters get together and they break up. Characters grow from their breakups. Characters carry baggage from their breakups. It's a series that really gets into the nitty-gritty of all the aspects of relationship and what makes or breaks certain things. Is really great.
How to start a relationship with cross-dressing.
Yeah, no,
What?
that's the one. Yep, that's the one.
I just typed it in for another one, and that's, well, you can't really see it all that well, but that's what popped up. How to start a relationship with cross-dressing.
Good.
I'm sorry.
Yeah, I may check that out. That seems interesting.
How to relationship.
But yeah, I think
Or
this is
how do we relationship?
Oh, I'm sorry. How do we relationship?
I think what makes this show interesting to me is because of the relationships. I like
Yeah.
the relationship between Nobara and Takaye. I like Takaye's relationship with Mai and
Oh, I guess I
Big
didn't
Daddy
have
Sex Boy and
My bad.
like Aikawa, what the fuck's his name? Boring Boy with Mai.
Renji.
Like it's just all these these just little simple but like really like down to earth dynamics, and they
Yeah.
feel like they're actual things people deal with in real life, and not just some like made up fantasy by an author when they were like in high school. Not that that's like a bad thing. I'm just more commenting on the fact that a lot of people's stories and their art come from when they were in high school. But
It's a purpose to all of this. Everything that we're seeing, it's to show, it's to illustrate something. It's not just there to be there. Like even as boring as the Renji and Amai thing may be, again, I think that's two introverted characters breaking out and laying themselves vulnerable to explore different things. And that Renji is exploring Tokyo through Mai, and Mai's for the first time having someone that she could even bring to her mother as her boyfriend, because I'm pretty sure it hasn't happened before because of things being put to a standstill after her mother's death. So
yeah, it's all just a really good show about people, man. It's about normal ass people doing normal ass shit.
With
like
normal
that.
asses.
Normal asses, yeah.
More anime with big asses, please.
got you.
Thank you.
All right, you said you wanted more Mei Mei? Okay, sending Mei Mei.
Ellie said, "Gotta be an alpha male. Tell her to start cooking." The Lightning Eagle does not endorse this message. He does. Midnight said, "Sasuke right, show me a baddie and I'm catching bodies." Huh?
What does that mean? I don't think you said that at all.
I don't think I incited that.
Also, see, don't think I didn't hear what you said. More pictures of Mei Mei? Get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, you said you wanted more women with big butts in anime. You want Mei Mei. There you go.
I don't want her. I'm right. I could do better than someone that likes her own brother.
Listen, that's all we got, okay? We're out
No.
of stock on
No,
everyone
it's
else.
not.
That's the only thing in the vending machines. Gotta go to Mei Mei.
Man. Fine. Mei Mei it is. Jesus Christ.
You know, Mei Mei's technically Polish because her hair is white.
Yeah, and she's Polish and she likes to smoke pole. I know of her brother.
Oh, her brother's
And
Polish
she's
too.
Yeah, I bet. And she's a fucking terrible person.
Gojo's Polish.
All these people are dying. I'm on my first flight out of this fucking place.
Shibuya,
Ugh.
more like, see ya.
Shibuya, more like, bye, bitch. Yeah, I do not care for that character. Money tells me she's gonna live throughout the whole fucking thing, and then I'm gonna be like, she should have died a long time ago. Because that's what JJK is.
Big butt.
No big butts in JJK.
Well. So, any other thoughts on Suma Show, aka School Wife, aka My Wife is a Child, aka
My wife.
try to explain this to people is like trying to explain to people that Molester Man is really good, even though they keep judging me about it, and they shouldn't, because Molester Man's actually really great, and everyone here should read it if you haven't read it already. It's called Molester Man. It's really good. Also, you should read the other one called Masturbation Master Kurosawa. That's also a really good one too.
I don't think that's the title.
Don't judge.
You could shorten that.
It is. It's called Masturbation Master Kurosawa. It's
No,
great.
I'm talking about this series.
Go check out Molester Man and Masturbation Master Kurosawa. It's really good. It is not what you think it is. Just like School Wife, aka Suma Show, aka My School is a Wife.
Okay.
Yep.
All right, no more thoughts. Okay, let's get into Negative Positive Angler, episode 3. This episode was a lot of fun. They went to go catch some
Jamal.
what was the hunchback shark, or what the fuck it was called?
The humpback
shark.
whale.
Hound shark. Yeah.
The hound. He's just got a scar and like burn marks on the side of his face, and he's like, I'm gonna eat every motherfucking chicken in this place.
Yeah, it picks up from the last episode when he kind of just runs away. And eventually, all of his friends figure out, hey, he's in debt, because they were told that he was in debt, and his secret's kind of out.
Dude, first of all, these are the nosiest people I've ever seen in my life. I mean,
are you talking about his college friends, or are you talking about... Okay.
I'm sorry. Yeah, let me rephrase. His college friends, because the new people that he's with, I wouldn't really call them their friends. He's just, I mean, he hasn't really acknowledged them as friends. I mean, yeah, he hangs out with them and whatever, but they're just kind of people that he hangs out with, to be honest, not really friends. But I did like how it showed kind of like how Hiro got into this whole situation, with
Dogecoin.
Yep, he invested in Dogecoin when he shouldn't have. Or if he did, he should have sold when he had the chance, and he was just like a lot of people when that Bitcoin craze was going on. He did lose a whole bunch of money. And I just love whenever he like was out, however much money he was out, his friends grabbed his phone and was like, "Oh, you're not making any money."
God.
Oh wow! Hey, everybody,
Look at this. He literally has no fucking money. How is he at this college? Bro, can you eat?
Do you need a sandwich?
Can you afford noodles?
Can you borrow a quarter?
Shit, I don't even think you can make it to the vending machine with this.
But yeah, I was literally like, mind your business. Why are you being so nosy? And then a crowd gathered around him.
Yeah, that part was so extra.
It really was.
They literally just snatched the phone from him and started showing everyone. Like, oh my God.
And everybody was literally stopping. It's like, well, I was going to go to my next class, but fuck, I'll just see this random person's life being ruined.
And then they had the audacity to ask him, like, are you okay? No, I'm not.
No, I'm not okay. My life's fucking ruined. Yeah, I'm just dandy. He gets up and runs away again because, what else could you say at that point?
Yeah, like I wanted it to be one of those moments where he may have like overreacted in a situation, but I won't say like I would have done the same thing. But I kind of understand why he did what he did because oh my god, that's so embarrassing. Like Jesus Christ, you just revealed to everybody that he's down bad, and it's like oh my god, yo, yeah.
Everybody, this guy's a great big phony.
Hey,
My God, man. Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah. And then that's when it led into him getting in contact with the loan sharks, and then he got more broke and kind of like caught us up to where we are currently in the series where, what?
I have a theory.
What is it?
I feel like the loan sharks are like newbie loan sharks. Like this is their first time doing this shit, and that's why they're so bad at their job.
Yeah, they're like Mo, Larry, and Curly. They're the Three Stooges. They're literally just got me a crab. Oh, you got you a crab, eh? And they're just hitting each other. Bonk, doink. You just hear sound effects. Yeah, they're terrible.
Like I feel like this is their first fucking year doing this shit.
I
It's
know.
like it's like when we see the Batman. It's like, oh yeah, okay. We're so used to seeing Batman like be polished and have this and that and be so controlled in what he does. But then we watch the Batman and he's kind of like a little messy in what he does because it's like his first year doing this. And I feel like that's what we're getting with the loan sharks because when he's hunting for the hound shark, which is worth 1 million yen, they know this because they're also hunting for it too. But then they see him and they go, "Oh, he's hunting for the fucking hound shark. Let's go get him." And I went, "Wait, that's not smart. Wait till he catches it
Right.
and then go after him. Why press him, make him run away, and then it doesn't make any fucking sense." But
Right.
I think they don't know what the fuck they're doing because I think this is their first year doing this.
Come on, shout ahead. Let's go ahead and get him. Okay, boss. Yeah, I know. It's literally just them just trying to. He's probably their only client.
Yeah, I think so.
It's like we loaned them a bunch of money and we're gonna get a bunch of money back. Yeah, that sounds like a great idea, boss. But then this shit happens. Like, all right, now we're fishing for this goddamn
Yeah.
fish.
They're definitely at this point spending more money it takes than the initial investment. Definitely. Like they had one episode where they rented a boat or something.
Yeah, they rented a boat, and then just because those other guys just so happened to know the captain, they turned them around. It's like, well, that was money well spent. Oh my God.
I need an origin story for loan sharks now.
Oh please, I would love to see their backstory of just how they got together, because like there's like the fat guy, there's the woman who's always sick, and then there's just like
Glasses
some regular
guy.
glasses guy. I'll tell you one thing, hero stamina is fucking great.
Yeah.
He can outrun the best of them. Like, I was like impressed because even the other guys were like, oh, I can't do this anymore. Like, they stopped and then he stopped. At that point, I was like, dude, you should run. They're stopped. Just go. Then they're on the beach and then they just fucking collapse and die. And I can't go anymore.
I feel it. Yeah,
Oh,
they're
man.
doing way too much for however much money he borrowed.
I mean, they ran so much. I feel like they were on one end of Japan and just ran all the way to the other side of the continent at that point. Or not continent, but country. But yeah, that was funny.
Yeah.
But essentially, we got what was like towards the end, like a really heartfelt moment with Hiro and pink hair is
Takahaki.
Takahaki. It's gonna be hard, but yeah, it was pretty sweet. Pretty, Hiro didn't really tell him much. He still hasn't come forward with his brain thing or whatever. But you know, even with all the negativity coming from Hiro, Takaki is just pretty much like, it'll get better. If you need a place to stay, he offered a place for him to stay. He's
Yeah.
and he's gonna pay the loan sharks off, and he's gonna have Hiro pay him back. I'm like, first of all, you didn't ask how much money. I mean, he did ask. He's like, is it a lot? He's like, yeah, it's a lot. But I don't know. Like, would you be so comfortable to have somebody pay your stuff off that you just barely met?
Well, no, but I think at least in terms of the perspective from Takaaki, like what we saw in their heart to heart was we saw like this brief flashback or something,
Oh
and
yeah.
it looked like what they were portraying was that his brother or something to the fact, or because how this was brought about was Hero said that you know
He's better off dead.
yeah, he was better off dead. And that's when Takaaki had that whole flashback. And I believe it was like his brother or something that died tragically. Um, maybe overseas or something, for all we know. We don't know because he didn't open up about that. But I think what Takaaki sees in Hero is maybe what he either saw in himself or maybe his brother. And that's why he finds it like his duty to take care of him because he doesn't want like the same thing to befall uh Hero as what happened to his brother. So I
Yeah.
think that's why he's so, because like honestly, I'm gonna be honest. Um when I look at this series, I go like, oh, Hero and Hana is the ship. Hana's the big blue hair girl.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, that's the obvious ship. But then I look at it objectively and I go, actually, Takaaki and Hiro is a bigger ship.
Yeah, I thought the
I
same.
I
Honestly.
mean, to be honest, what has Hana done? Fish, bitch. That. Takahaki is literally wanting to save this man's life for the better and pay off his debts, but he says, I'm not paying it off. Just look at this as a loan and you pay me back. So, yeah, I think they're going to smash at the end of this.
Maybe.
In fact, I would be all for it if it was one of those unique situations where it just turned into like a boy's love just out of nowhere, and then Hana is left there blue balled going, huh?
They even had the one scene where they where they met with each other because Hiro ran away from last episode and they're fishing and Takaaki like catches something and then what he catches is Hiro's line and then it's like
Mm-hmm.
the red string of fate, basically tying them together. It's like this is gay as hell. It's kind of gay.
It's pretty gay.
This is a bunch of rainbows.
But yeah, that'd be interesting. I definitely wouldn't see it coming, and to be honest, I wouldn't hate it. I'd be like, hey, the way I look at it, it's painting it to be like that. And now he's gonna live with them.
Is this the first time we're going to be yaoi baited? We've been
Maybe.
Yuri baited. We've been Yuri baited plenty of times. I don't know if we've ever been yaoi baited.
Honestly, I'm down.
I can't remember a show which we've been yaoi baited unless we knew it was for sure Boys Love series.
Okay, this is gonna be a BL if one of them has like yaoi hands.
What does that mean?
Oh, Yaoi hands are like super big hands in Yaoi series. I don't know why it exists.
They're super big hands.
Yeah, type in
Yes.
yaoi hands.
Yes.
God.
It's
Okay,
hilarious.
Yeah. Yaoi hands.
Like
What
it's
the hell is
ridiculous.
this?
Yep. It's a thing,
What?
EA. Dread it, run from it, but you can never escape it.
His hand is like all over his. What? That is like Mr. Fantastic or Elastigirl or whatever. Just giant hand. That's not real. Wow. Wow. Okay. Well, I guess if we find big ass hands in this series, we'll know that this is yaoi bait.
Just
Jesus.
need him to scoop a whole shark with his hand.
That's how he catches the fish. He just goes, "Zoom. I caught it. We got the $1 million.
One funny part I liked in this episode was Machida, the glasses boss guy.
Mhm.
I don't know why I found this very funny, but every time somebody would like go, "Oh yeah, I'm about to catch this hound shark," he would go, "We're splitting money, right?"
Oh, yeah.
I don't know why
I mean,
that's so funny.
this is a guy that has his priorities and he wants to make sure that everything's fair because that's what they agreed upon at the beginning, but he has to remind you at least 20 times. I know people that are just like him. We're going to do this, right? Yes. You halfway through everything. We're going to do this. Yes, for the fifth and fucking time. Yes. We're going to do this. And it was
He
just a
really
manta
wanted
ray.
that money.
He did.
Yeah.
Well, that's impressive. I've never caught a manta ray.
Yeah, like it was funny. Hana was very impressed by it because she's a fishing junkie.
Yeah.
But Machida
Everybody-
wanting the money was like,
Yeah, and everybody else just went away. Oh, it's a goddamn ray. Oh, let's leave.
yeah, I found it funny that they just abandoned them trying to catch the fish themselves. They were all like, so they invested all their time and effort into seeing whatever was going to be caught by what Hero originally fished for.
Yeah. Yeah. She said you could eat rays, like the fins or whatever. I've
Yeah.
never had it. I've never tried it. Anyone here had manta ray? No? Okay.
No.
Well, if somebody has, let us know.
I
See
can make
how good it is.
a really inappropriate joke right now.
Just do it.
Yeah.
I don't want
do
to.
it.
It's the joke. I don't want to make a joke about.
Oh no! Okay, no, never mind. Now
Wait.
I'm kind of getting what you're saying.
No, what's the joke?
I don't want it. I don't want it.
He's like the
anymore.
one person on planet Earth that I would
Steve
never.
Irwin.
Yeah.
Steve Irwin. I don't want to
Oh,
joke. I don't want to joke.
I wasn't even thinking of Steve Irwin. Yeah, that's some poor taste. But yeah, man, that guy's been passed on for over 20 years, which is crazy.
Dude, he's the legend, man.
I think almost 20 years now that I think about it. But yeah, he was the fucking shit. I loved watching him, and all of his kids are now grown up.
Yeah.
What an
And they do the same
guy.
thing that great guy, great father, amazing zoologist, expert in crocodiles, just a guy that I wish you just look at him and you could tell that he would be interested in what you're saying and that he would have lots of stories to tell.
Yeah,
Like that man's had thousands of stories, I bet.
It is some people that you just look at and they just exude this energy. It's like whenever you look at this dude, it's like he exuded joy.
Yeah.
In what he was talking about and what he was doing.
Yeah. It's crazy because going on a little rant here, but not rant, but tangent. I saw kind of like a documentary about him. The man was always around animals. I mean, he lived in Australia where they have a shit ton of animals there. He was a little kid. He was the youngest out of Like he had a bunch of older sisters. He would be the one that would pick up snakes and pick up people and go, "Look what I got!" And he's like 5, just chasing
Mhm.
his older sisters
Melissa,
around
stop.
Yep.
with all that stuff. And
Mhm.
he was just loved animals and just always was curious by it and was never really afraid. Just, I mean, yeah, sure, he was always cautious, but I just remember watching the Crocodile Hunter back in the day, and he was so good. I loved him. So sad.
Yep, not many people. We used to celebrate people like him.
Yeah,
We don't know
yeah,
more.
he was.
We need to get back to that.
We
Yeah.
need to, for sure.
We need to celebrate Hana's hair. That's what we need to do.
Hana's hair wasn't really prevalent in this episode, other than she was just happy that her boss caught a manta ray. But yeah, this was mostly a Takaki and Hiro episode, to be quite honest.
Yep. Yeah, I mean,
They better make
Wait.
out.
Ready for the yaoi.
yeah, we didn't really get a resolution as far as like the school guys in there. I guess if they don't go back to those guys that we've seen,
Yeah,
I guess,
that's true.
yeah, because I thought about it, I'm like, wait, we didn't really get to see the conversation between them and everybody else. But, it could just be that we start over, like Takaaki said, like he never saw them as friends and he kind of just wants to start. And, because there was a lot of trauma built within this episode or that they focused on because he didn't get into the college originally that he wanted to go into. And I'm assuming that he wanted to go into a university.
Mhm.
He didn't get into the college. His mom was obviously disappointed. Then he goes to other college. I don't know if it's community or whatever, but he tries to get into another college, and he does. And it just doesn't seem like he's taking it serious. He doesn't even attempt to make something of himself with the college. He doesn't really try to, focus on school itself. It's just speaking from my own personal experience. This is something I can kind of relate to from my perspective, and this is kind of those things that you either read in between the lines or you make your own assumptions on. I feel like he never even wanted to be in a situation. He never wanted to go to college. It's just that it's his parents' expectations, so he does it. And again, that's something I can kind of relate to in the sense. So he kind of goes through the motions of what he needs to do. And the whole time he's thinking to myself, my real plan is to invest in Bitcoin or whatever the fuck, do the stocks and whatever and make money off of that. Cause he's not even thinking about making money off a degree in college. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah,
This-
I'm curious to see where it goes from here.
This episode might have been one of my favorite this far, just because of how real it was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And so far so good. It's anime original. We we're usually good at this point. It's the later half where I'm like, I don't know.
No, I think if there's any place this show is gonna stumble, it's gonna be the middle. But I think it's gonna have a. I mean, they're setting it up pretty well so far, and these shows are historically in the past very good. So.
Mhm.
And we haven't seen a kind of show like in this kind of format in almost 10 years. So it's
Yeah,
fresh,
been a minute.
like the fish, fresh.
Speaking of fresh, this is a Killer Pass episode.
Yeah,
Ooh.
this is an easy pass for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna pass this as well. Not because this was my pick, but it's actually exceeding my expectations. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
Let's go ahead and get into viewer questions.
Viewer questions.
First question: which of these options would you rather live in? 1. In a Korean manhwa. 2. Comic book. 3. Light novel.
I
I guess it
I
would just depend on which one.
I like how the options kind of insinuate that there's a set universe that we had to live in within the mediums because there's comic books where like we could live in some peaceful land. The same with a light novel. The same with a
Yeah.
Korean manhwa. Like,
Yep.
none of these mediums guarantee a setting that we live in.
Listen, you put me in a manhwa, okay? That's where I'm going.
I guess they're going for like what generic type of medium are the options that we have within these mediums do you want to live in. So like with Korean manhwas, it's like some school setting usually. Comic books is usually just a whole entire city that's
Yeah.
desolate and or not desolate but riddled with crime and stuff.
Yeah.
When I think of comic books, I think of DC. So
Yeah.
I'm thinking
Gotham
Batman,
City.
like Gotham.
And then with light novels,
It's
I don't know if
otherworldly
this.
stuff.
I'm thinking of
Video
more
games.
so. I'm thinking of like isekai type of stuff.
Yeah, isekai video games. Those are the when I think of light novels, I think of those.
So I go with light novels because, yeah, I'm gonna go with light.
Yeah, I'm gonna do light novels too. Because wait, no, those aren't light novels. Those are visual novels. Where you're the main character, you can just get anybody you want. Oh, fuck it, light novels.
Now
I'll take my chances.
you put me in a Korean manhwa, I'm gonna go to high school and beat up some kids,
Or they're gonna beat up you.
and then I'm gonna
Yeah.
like I don't know.
Have you seen the middle schoolers in that one show that we covered?
Tokyo Revengers.
Yeah, that one.
Satsu, you remember that manhwa me and you both read? Is the one in high school?
Random chatting. Random chatting.
chatting, yeah. And it got crazy out of nowhere.
Oh my god, man.
Dude.
Yeah, that's part of the reason why I kind of don't like to read manhwas because I was enjoying that series and then it progressively got worse and worse and worse and worse.
Yeah, that one girl just became batshit insane. And then there was just like
Yeah.
the crazy girls kept piling on.
Yeah, like the nice girl that he, was falling in love with was kind of crazy. It was like, wait, what? And then they introduced another like yandere character who was a part of the equation. I was like, wait, what? And then Haman, one of the characters that everybody likes, also too had like some crazy moments. I was like, this is time. Obviously, this is not for me. I'm out.
The fact you remember her name is crazy.
Yeah. Park Haman. Yeah.
That was good for a minute though. Fun for a
Was.
minute. Next question. Would you rather have a Korean bully as an arch enemy or live as a peasant in a medieval series?
Huh. Well, if you live as a well, okay. If I lived as a peasant in a medieval series, the only thing medieval I would be in would be Monty Python, the Holy Grail. Because at least then I know I got a 50-50 chance that it won't be too bad because it's a comedy.
Bro, I'm being bullied every day of the week by that Korean bully because I know in my heart of hearts I'm the MC and I'm going to fall into a vat of Korean manhwa juice and come out as like a superhero freaking muscle dude with boulders as shoulders, and zombie apocalypse is going to happen randomly in the middle of it, and I'm going to, I don't know, have a harem by the end.
Sasuke looked very offended by that.
No. That wasn't because of what C was saying.
Oh.
I'm sorry.
I guess we won't know what it was.
I was looking up stuff from random chatting, and I was kind of horrified by what I saw.
I don't know if I'd read that again. But
Oh, it's definitely not worth it.
What you gonna do, Satsuki? You gonna have a Korean bully you as an arch enemy, or are you gonna be a peasant?
I think I'm gonna take the Korean bullying me just because I feel like I can get out of that situation easier than if I was a peasant.
Yeah, and you get
Like-
a girlfriend by the end of it too.
Not always, but like if I'm a peasant in a medieval series, medieval implies the setting and time, which if I'm living in poverty, I'm probably gonna die of some unknown disease very quickly. So like I don't really have a chance. But at least if I got a Korean bullying me, like you know, yeah, give me a swirly, occasional like
Wet Willie.
razors. Yeah, yeah, that and razors in my shoe locker. Stuff like that. I can transfer schools or something. Like I feel like it's easier to circumvent the
He's gonna
Korean
follow you
bully.
to the next school.
You can go to a game a game bang or whatever they fucking call it.
A gangbang?
Bang?
You talking about orgy?
No. They call it it was like the PC bang or something. What do they call
Okay,
it?
yeah, I think that's what it's called, not gangbang.
Gang
What the
bang
hell?
is such a
What
good
is a
name for it.
PC bang? I mean,
It's
gangbang.
like
I know what that is.
It's like an internet cafe type of thing.
Oh, yeah. I don't think they do that at a cafe. See,
No, game bang. GAME.
game bang. Okay.
But I
Oh
think
my
I
God.
confuse it with PC bang.
Yeah, I
You know,
think
like
it's PC
mukbang?
bang. Yeah.
Okay.
So
Well, I don't know many bangs because I heard gang bang. I was like, I don't know what they do in Korea or what your man was gonna be about, but
God, you know what? I think I may
Oh
load up
my
Webtoon
God.
tonight and read a couple chapters of some crazy ass fucking vampire high
you
school.
just type in gang bang and
Oh.
you'll find something good, I'm sure.
I'll read Holy Blood. I'll do that. I got 2 of
There
the
you go.
volumes. And what's cool with manhwa when they print them in actual book form is they're all colored. And they're all high quality, thick construction like paper and it's so good. Cost a lot though, like $20 per volume.
Wait, did the series end? Random chat?
Did it? When? 20 years from now?
I think it ended. Like I can't look up the wiki, but
Dude, I mean, I think we collectively both we caught up to it at one point.
It ended.
Oh my
It
god,
ended.
it actually ended. How many chapters?
Take a guess.
I'm gonna say 600.
Okay, no. All right, no.
Okay, 400.
Lower.
Oh dang. See, I remember. I think we were in the like 200s at one point.
Mhm.
So maybe around 350. That's my final guess.
Little lower.
Oh fuck! God damn it! 300.
325.
325 for a manhwa? That's kind of crazy. Especially for random chatting. It should have been like 150 chapters at the most.
Yeah, it shouldn't have been that long. I'm looking through the ending to see what happened. I don't know what's going on. They got a whole different Wait. The fuck? Oh my god, the Yandere is still alive?
Wait, which yandere?
The
one or
one with the purple one. The one with the purplish hair.
Dang.
Okay. Somebody just got punched.
Sounds about right.
Somebody just got punched.
Okay, I think this is the final chapter for real. Everybody looks surprised. Common's here. And now everybody's happy?
This sounds so chaotic.
What? One girl, pick now. Okay, so like he has a harem, I guess, and they're pressing him to pick a girl. Let's not drag this out any longer, right? Stop bothering me. Do you want me to go dang tang? What right do I have in this? How can you end up with this answer for hell's sake. I just pick one. Use it. What? What? Wait, what?
I'm cracking up
Some
over here.
I
You
don't
made
even know
another
what's
girl
going on.
cry. I was never like this. Haman. Okay, so he picked Haman as his girlfriend. And then somebody said no. Haman said no. So he picked Haman and Haman said no. She said, why do I feel like I had to accept this like if I'm a given?
He got Naruto Uzumaki'd.
I'm no more than your ex-girlfriend. It makes me happy that you're starting to feel better. Goodbye.
The end.
That was embarrassing. It's been half a year since you disappeared. Did you really think that no one aside of you had changed? He looks mind broken. Sometimes I think wrong, thinking that I'm the main character. When there are no main characters in this world, we tend to give great meaning to matters mattering less. What the fuck? These translations are so bad. No, I'm gonna read what this says verbatim. Because I'm trying to like filter it so it makes sense for y'all, but this is what it says. We tend to give great meaning to mattering less matters and little meaning to mattering matters. What? What the fuck does that mean?
Wow. A lot of things that matter.
Well, we tend to give meaning to mattering matters, you know?
What? I gotta.
He is so shook.
Why did Light Ruler say my aunt universe would be lit?
Yeah, this ending is trash. So basically, like the ending, like he chooses Haman as his girlfriend for whatever reason, because they have like a whole thing where they ask him who he wants to be his girlfriend. He chooses Haman, and Haman goes no, rejects him, and yeah, that's the ending.
Wow.
I'm glad I did not read it. I need to delete my video praising the series.
You gotta make a
After
follow-up
that-
video.
Christ.
Yeah, you have to.
I
make a
was
follow-up.
wrong. I was wrong.
Hey, you remember when I made this video? Well, I'm here to tell you I fucking was wrong. Here's me punching myself in the face.
God, that was so bad.
And you can even like use that as like a title lead in, the thing that you literally just said verbatim. Things that matter are matter of fully matter.
Oh my lord, that was the translations has always been that bad too.
Yeah, the random chatting translations were always horrible.
Do you
Jesus.
have any more questions?
Yeah, we do.
Oh,
We
yeah.
got two more. What childhood snack would you bring back into production?
Oh,
Ooh. Like, see, I like questions like this.
yeah. Let me think.
The zebra gum is. I kind of want that, but I don't want. I just want it one more time.
Mm-hmm. I really liked those Flintstones push-ups. Those were the fucking shit. They were like cherry, orange, and purple, and they were in the frozen food aisle, and they were, they you would push them up. Those were the best. I love those, but they discontinued those not a long time ago. I want to say like maybe 10 years ago, and I was so upset when they got rid of those. But Flintstones push-ups, oh
Yeah, those were great. The Scooby Doo snacks. Gummies.
do they not make those anymore?
Dude, those, man.
The Scooby snacks were great.
Yeah,
the little
wait.
the
They
little
still do
sharks.
Yeah, they still do the other ones too. You can still buy the other ones, the normal brand ones that are like really low carb for some reason and actually like not that bad to eat.
Yeah, there's the push-ups. Oh, I love these fucking. They were sherbet, and then you would just you push them up from the bottom, and then they would come up.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
Oh,
used to
those
get
were
the.
so
I used to
good.
love the orange flavored one.
Yeah, orange sherbet, my favorite.
Yeah, shit was great, man. But yeah, I'd bring back those Scooby Doo snacks. I don't think they exist.
I'm
They
trying to.
they had these candies. Do you remember? I don't know if they're still around. Tartantinis.
It sounds familiar.
They had chewy tartantinis, and those were almost. They remind me of like Spree candy, but they were like these mini things that were the size, like bite size of like nerds. They didn't taste like nerds, but they were like little round pellets. Chewy tartantinis were the best. Let me see if I could find it.
I will say,
Oh yeah, these were
tad
them.
onto that, the older Coke formula, whatever the one that was like the 2 ones before the current one. I don't like Coke anymore. In general, I can't drink it anyways because of health issues, but
Chewy tartantinis.
like the 90s to like 2000s Coke formula was so good.
Mm-hmm.
Something about Coke just doesn't taste good anymore. I don't know what it is. Maybe it's the sugar, the sweetener they use. It's just
Yeah.
horrible.
What about you, Sasuke?
I can't think of a snack that I see. I could probably, if you mentioned it to me, I could probably go like, "Oh yeah, I haven't seen that in a while." Oh, you know what? It says gum. It's this gum they used to have. I'm trying to think of what it was.
Big League
May,
Chew?
it may have been like Skittles themed. I remember the gum wasn't like
Skittles.
yeah, like I don't think it was like a stick of gum. I think it was like a
Hmm.
ball of gum. Like it was like the Skittles
Huh.
ball of gum.
Interesting.
Let me see.
I remember bubble tape. That stuff was
Yeah,
interesting.
okay, I found it. Yeah, it's just called Skittles bubble gum.
Huh.
I don't think I've ever seen this anymore. I'm gonna show you.
Yeah, show me.
Okay, that didn't work.
It doesn't
Try
want you
again.
to show me. So, C Tactics and EA will never know what these are. Ooh. Skittles bubblegum.
Yeah, so
Huh.
that's how I look.
Interesting.
Yeah,
I wanna.
I haven't seen that in stores ever.
Interesting.
We gotta bring back Weezer.
The band?
Yeah, that's my favorite childhood snack.
You would eat them?
Oh, look, EA, you can buy the Skittles bubblegum for $235.25.
Fucking steal. I bet it would taste just as fresh. My God. Yeah, they definitely discontinued that.
Mm-hmm.
Remember? Anyone remember Cream Savers?
What were they? What were they? Describe them.
Lifesavers, but with fruit and vanilla in it. They had
Oh,
strawberry
I
cream
do remember
savers,
this.
Yep.
and they had
Yep,
like orange cream savers.
yep. I
Mwah!
remember that.
So fucking good.
Yep.
I think they brought them back, but they were like gone for like the longest time, and I think it was because we remembered them. And when I say we, like our generation, kind of like, okay, yeah, they're around now. But they were discontinued for a while, I remember, but they were so good. The strawberry
Wait,
was the best.
Twinkies.
Those are bad. Those have been around.
Oh, they had. They brought them back.
Don't you?
Yeah,
They were like discontinued for a minute. Like I
yeah.
feel like they were, because Hostess went out of business, and I remember people bought those Twinkies up as if they were going to be the last things on earth, and then somebody, like they rebranded Twinkies to another company, but they're still around. They were like discontinued for like maybe
I know what I'm doing
2 or
tomorrow.
3 months.
I did not know that. So I've been out of the loop
Yes,
for like
sir.
15 years.
Yeah, type in Twinkies and you'll see nothing but order now.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, see, look at that. You can get them at Target, Walmart.
I haven't had Twinkies. Dude, I love Twinkies.
They even have a seasonal pumpkin spice Twinkie right now because of the season.
I refuse to give in to this pumpkin spice trend that keeps happening every year. Screw you. Screw you. Starbucks. Okay, maybe I'll have
yeah.
the pumpkin spice latte. Maybe
Love
once.
Love that shit. And I feel like there's probably a couple other ones. I just can't remember them right off the top of my head. There's some things that I'm glad are discontinued. They
Damn.
had like different flavored colored ketchup. They used to have
Oh,
like green ketchup
Oh,
and blue
yeah.
the
ketchup.
purple one.
I was like, this can't be good.
I remember having that as a kid, and I remember not liking it as a kid. I remember.
It freaks me out because I was like, this is green. This is not ketchup.
Yeah. Yeah.
I know this is not a snack, but like double chocolate crave.
Oh
Okay.
no,
Oh,
not
give me
Crave.
on that crave. Yes. Bro, there's crave right now downstairs, and I turned, I looked, I said, Arnhide, where are you? Arnhide.
God.
And she came crawling.
Here I am.
I might buy me some crave. I could
Yes,
buy
you-
it apparently.
Crave Master.
She's my crave slave.
Can
You
I really
know,
not get it anywhere else though?
I might get me some Crave, and then we can all three have Crave and have it at the same time.
Yeah, we can
All
invite
for
Arnhide
Ironhide.
over, and John, and
She can crawl over and serve it to us.
yeah, it'd be great.
Here's your crave, EA.
Oh, thank you.
I made it with
Appreciate it.
hatred.
You made this? Oh, you did? Well, then make it again, and I just slap it out of her hand.
Asshole.
Okay,
Make it with love and care this time.
that's impossible.
EA, I have a question.
No, last
Wait.
question. Last question.
One more.
Oh, there is one more. Fuck. If the
Sorry,
Dragon Balls were real and on Earth, would you risk your life collecting them for a wish, assuming you have a dragon radar?
No.
Yes.
I don't know. I don't think I would.
I mean, if Dragon Radar is supposed to be one of those things that no one else has, because Bulma made it specifically for the Dragon Balls.
Yeah, but then like I'm gonna get the Dragon Balls. Some tomfoolery is gonna happen. Freeze is gonna show up out of nowhere, and he's gonna call me a monkey and kill me.
All it takes is for one person to also be looking for it, for the whole thing to be for the whole thing to be like not worth it. And then like you gotta travel. Mind you don't have the same resources
That's
as
true.
a flying Nimbus
It
or
is
all the
over
other
world.
bullshit.
And then Goku shows up, and he's like, "I heard you're strong."
It just hits you with the power pole. Power pole to the tummy.
Our pole extend.
I feel like it's not because you might get like 3 of them, or whatever, and you're like, oh my god, this is tiring. And then some asshole still steals the 3, and then
Can I just have one just to have one?
I mean,
Like here's my Dragon Ball. Look at him. He's so cute.
you might be able to monopolize it, maybe. Sell it to
Ooh.
somebody
you-
who looks for it.
So you know what? It is worth it. I could get I'll get as far as like 2, 3 tops, and then I'll sell it to the highest bidder.
You can demand so much money.
I really could. All these fucking crooked ass politicians, they'd be paying me hand over fist,
Elon Musk.
and I'd be.
I would like to buy that.
I don't want your fucking Tesla. Give me money.
I'm an incel, right?
Yeah. Yes. Everybody knows this. Give me your money.
Like he's supposed to get a discount after saying that.
Oh, you're an incel. Well, in that case, only 50
Yeah.
billion.
Yeah, it's like
I have the
same tiers are elderly. Our elderly like discount.
You have the same framework as what?
I have the same brainworm as RFK Jr.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. That's why you made a Tesla truck that looked like a PlayStation 1 graphic. Yeah, way to go.
My God.
Enough about that fucking douchebag dorkwad idiot. EA, tell us where he can be found.
Well, I am not a douchebag dorkwad idiot. You can find me over at Everything Animated. I had just recently got over 600 subscribers because I uploaded some corn video shorts on my. I have 604 subscribers now. Yes, yes, yes. I've reached past the threshold of 600, and yeah, I whoa. Kobeni is really excited. She is just really excited. So yeah, just check my channel out. I got some stuff going on over there. Not really. It's just shit I gotta say. Uh, we have a King of Anime Patreon. We talk about all these kind of wonderful stuffs. You know, we talk about Pokemon. We talk about Watamote. We talk about video games. Madoka Magica Rebellion. And we talk about. Hold on. Calm down. We have a drunken podcast with both me and Satsuki where we talk about fun stuff. Thank you. Thank you for that. We also have a Blueski. Follow us at our Blueski. There's a link for our Blueski. I'm going. That's it for me. Go to the next one.
Satsuki, where can they find you?
You can find me on Sasuke the Savage, my main channel on YouTube. As well as Sasuke the Savage with a D-A and not a T-H-E on my Twitch, where I stream every 3 p.m. on the weekends, including 12 p.m. where I talk about Hunter x Hunter, the latest chapter.
Where's the boo you stink? Why'd you get rid of that?
And where I upload the edited live reactions on Twitch to YouTube on to YouTube on Tuesday or Wednesday, depending on what day I get it done. Yeah, some other video ideas I want to do. I need to do my One Punch Man ranking the S-Class Heroes video that I've had recorded for a very long time, but I haven't actually put together. So I want to do that. I want to do my video on how do a relationship, because for everybody that does not listen to me, I would just put it in video format on why you should read that series. Because it's about to end soon. So, but yeah, that's where you can find me. I hope that you find me. See you there. There won't be any yippies. So yeah.
Well, as for me, my hands are currently actually injured at the moment. Yep. Wah, wah, wah. Let's say for the last I would say 2 to 3 weeks, I've been working every day. And not just like, yeah, you know, getting stuff done, but my hands this time failed me. Before it was my mental health. Now it's my hands.
Sorry, I don't have a wide variety of choices.
So I'm still doing a lot. I'm just not doing as much as a lot. Monday I did a video on the new Dandadan chapter. I think it has like 6,000 views. Like, it's insane. Yesterday I did a video on the new Chainsaw Man chapter, which was also an insane chapter. Today I did a video on a certain anime. Tomorrow I'm gonna do a video on the new episode of Dandadan, I think. And then Friday I'm going to curl up into a ball, die, and be reborn as an eagle. 'Cause I'm proud to be an American.
Ellie. Get him.
Anyways, thanks everyone for tuning in. I love you all. Give me all your money. If you don't, I'm gonna cry at you violently. Good night, everyone.
Johnny.
Later.